in the sound of the crowd in my ear. You might ask what it takes to remember when you think that you've heard it before. How governments lie to their people and nations are driven to war. There are shadows on the faces of the men who fan the flames. To those wars in foreign places, we can't even remember their names. On the radio, talk shows, and TV, you hear one thing again and again. How the USA stands for freedom, and how we come to the aid of a friend. But who are these ones we call our friends? These governments killing their own? Or is it the ones who can't take anymore? So they pick up a brick or a gun or a stone. There are lives in the balance, people under fire, children at the cannons, and there is blood on the wire. There is blood on the wire. There is blood on the wire. Shadows on the faces of the men who send the guns to those wars in foreign places where their business interest runs. I want to know who these men in the shadows are. I want to hear somebody asking them why. They can be counted on to tell us who our enemies are, but they're never around to fight and die. There are lives in the balance, people under fire, children at the cannons, and there is blood on the wire. There is blood on the wire. There is blood on the wire.
Oh, man, Richie, the great Richie Hayden.
Radio personality Howard Stern. That's his theme music, and Mr. Stern is a New York radio personality, and I feel sorry for the guy because he was canned a couple times. And
don't feel sorry for me. He's making good money. Don't worry about it.
Is he making good money?
Yes.
This sort of thing has never happened to me, but I can imagine it. He has earned a reputation, should the name not be familiar to you, for being outrageous. He is celebrated for his ability to offend people of all persuasions. He usually makes people laugh along the way. And to give you some idea of his humor, before coming on the show, he told a member of my staff that he is God's gift to radio. That following on my appearance of the show, he will, let me, because I will be so impressed with what he's going to do on this show, I will gladly allow him to make love to my wife. This is position 2. So as you can see, he's a bit of a humorist. Here to accomplish that and all more is Mr. Howard, Mr. Class Stern.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah. My band, my posse. All right, 92.3 K-Rock, WYSP, WJFK. We'll take a short break. We'll come back. We'll start the show for you. Don't go anywhere. It's the Big Friday show. So, should we give Fred his birthday gifts now? I assume you guys all got him a gift. I know I did. I bought him. You did?
Oh, he's lying.
Yeah, where's your gift?
At home, but I bought it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, right. Just like our Christmas gifts are in the car.
I bought Fred a gift.
I got him
I'm so proud of myself.
Champagne.
What?
And you're going to show us all up. You didn't tell anybody.
Right.
You didn't say anything. Thanks a lot.
Yesterday on the air, we said it was Fred's birthday tomorrow. What day is actually your birthday? Is it today? Tonight?
Yes.
What?
What? What'd you say?
The 9th.
The 9th.
The 9th.
What's
what
today?
day is today?
10th.
Well, okay, I'm a day late.
Yesterday was his birthday.
Who knows when his birthday is?
This is the first time we've ever been here on his birthday.
I heard somebody mention on the air yesterday it was his birthday.
Jessica kept saying, "Happy birthday, Fred."
Hi, Heiny. She left you a birthday message, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I never even got to play it yesterday.
Find it because I saw it.
It was Fred's birthday message.
Because I know the Earth Dog News came out with a special sheet of how to celebrate Fred's birthday, and one of the suggestions is the one I took. It said, "Ignore Fred." That would probably make him the happiest.
Yeah, but you can't do that. Well, if his birthday was yesterday, why not just save this present for next year?
See there? And make it on the day.
Here's Fred's birthday message from Jessica. I never did get to hear this.
Gary, this is for Fred tomorrow. Make sure he gets it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fred. Happy birthday to you. Eat your Hawaiiani. I love you. Happy birthday, Fred.
It's Marilyn Monroe.
That's what it's like.
Marilyn Monhan.
Marilyn Monhan. Marilyn Hahn. Well, Fred, here's my just a little something.
Jessica Monroe.
Here you go, man.
Ooh, it's wrapped in everything.
And Fred, it's not from all of us, just from me.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
gee.
So this is not from Jackie. It is not from Robin. It
Right.
is not from anyone else.
Yep.
You'd prefer money anyway, wouldn't you, Fred?
Just give him cash. Robin, just empty out your wallet.
I'm appreciative of any token.
You know, Fred very rarely gets a birthday gift, so.
The Game Boy.
Yep.
Here we go.
I got you the Game Boy. I got him a Game Boy with
Well,
all
now
the...
she wants it.
No, I don't think he likes that, Fred.
Give it to Robin.
No, I'm going to play this.
When are they coming on the air?
No.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah,
stop
really,
it.
some
No, they're not a
sponsor
sponsor. They're
brought
not a
that in
sponsor.
Did you get a
That's
bunch of
great.
different games in there, too?
Let me check. I don't know.
I loaded it up. I told Allison
No?
to load it
See,
up with
there's-
games.
It's just the sealed box, so I don't know.
It's the sealed box. You didn't get him any games.
No, there's games in there.
There's probably inside.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Well, let me check it out. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome, Fred.
There's
I
just
appreciate
2
it.
games in there, Fred. It's not such a big
I
deal.
shake your hand, but you're busy.
Just a little token.
You
Just
know,
so
you could give him a kiss.
Come here and give me a kiss.
Kiss would be more valuable.
615 92.3
Well,
K-Rock.
happy birthday, Fred.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
great.
How old is Freddie?
He's
30-something.
Ah,
33.
he's keeping it a secret.
What are you,
No.
34?
36, right?
No, 37.
Wow.
Old bastard now.
You behave like a 33-year-old.
I know. Well, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah. You don't act your age. Boy, this vacation couldn't come too soon for me. Oh, I love it. I need some time off to do nothing.
Seems that we haven't been off in a long time, but I know that's not true.
Really? It just seems like the last week we got off was like Christmas.
No, we were off in April.
Oh, we were?
Yeah.
Oh, who remembers that? Yeah, that was no chunk of time at all.
Especially with the TV and everything.
Yeah, between the TV show and everything else, it was like, why bother taking a week off?
Well, we
Yeah.
didn't work on the TV show that week.
Yeah, but we had to work our asses off for 3 weeks in advance
Because
in order
we
not
took
to work
that, yeah.
that week. In order to take off 1 week, we had to do 3 weeks worth of tapings.
I don't know how that works out.
Yeah. Did you read that thing about the TV show in the paper today?
No, what'd they say?
George Maxine's column. You know, it's unbelievable. They always get me irritated, but Stern at Crossroads by George Maxian.
He's keeping tabs on you.
Oh, constantly. You know, there's a whole world of television and radio out there, but boy, George is right on top
This
of my
is a
career.
one little syndicated show.
You got to admit, though, anything, you know, like reporters always get rejected on story ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever George does a story on me, it always gets in the paper. After 6 weeks of repeats, Channel 9 will serve up new Howard Stern episodes over the next month, starting, all right, well, I won't say when, but starting, you can
get the
imagine.
Daily News.
You're right. After the new episodes air, the series goes back into reruns, pending a decision by Channel 9 on whether to continue production. You know, I love how they make it like Channel 9's decision. It's
Yeah.
also my decision. After a slow start in New York, The Stern Show, which debuted July 14th, 1990, now often beats NBC's Saturday Night Live. It wasn't a slow start.
We had an 8.
We had an 8 rating.
Our first show, George.
And then we dipped down for a while, but our dipping down was higher than anything they ever had. You know, it took a while for people to find the show and get into it.
Slow start.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, everything's a dig. A slow start. All right, a slow start. What can I do? After a slow start in New York, The Stern Show, which debuted July 14th, 1990, now often beats NBC's Saturday Night Live during the half hour when the shows go head-to-head. Stern is entering the third year of a 7-year contract. 7-year? Oh.
Wait a minute.
That could be true.
What did you loop us into?
What did you loop us into? Oh, don't ask. I don't know. Don't ask me that. 7 years.
That's a long time.
Boy,
to be hooked at Channel 9?
I'm sure I didn't sign anything.
There's no way anybody would agree to 7 years with Channel 9.
Yeah, it must be an error, a typo. Stern is entering the third year of a 7-year contract. Like any contract, it has cycles in it, said Michael Alexander, Vice President and General Manager of Channel 9.
Well, that's nice to hear from him.
Yeah. Gee, I never get to hear from him. It's good to read about him in the paper. Isn't it great how they'll talk to him, but me they won't? When I call up for $1,000 for a camera so we can shoot the Geraldo Frank Stallone fight, I can't get him on the phone till the next day.
Nope, unavailable.
7-year contract. What, I break a mirror? What, am I getting 7 years bad luck? I don't recall breaking a mirror, Robin.
I didn't see you do it.
You didn't see me break a mirror.
Must have done it while I wasn't looking.
Oh, Jesus. We're discussing the budget for the show, how to produce it to make it more viable, and other issues.
To make it more viable?
Yeah. No, I'm the only... They're
alive.
No, they're very happy with the way it is. I'm the one who's unhappy.
Yeah.
Howard's salary is set. Oh, yeah, then why are they asking me to take a pay cut? That's not an issue. He's obligated to continue under the agreement. I don't know about that, but okay. If he chooses to believe that. And with the ratings the way they are, obviously we don't want to see his show go away. We have every expectation that the series will continue. All right, so that sounds pretty good, right?
Sounds okay.
Yeah, but they always talk too much, these guys. While the show plays well in New York, the stumbling block, said Alexander, is that it isn't yet distributed widely enough nationally. Like, why does he have to say that in the paper?
He's, it's like a father confessor. They get with George Maxey and they got to spill their guts.
He goes, it's not an easy sell. This guy's a nut.
Just tell everyone.
Yeah, why don't you...
This is trouble.
This is my big advertising campaign, I guess. It's not an easy sell.
Well, I did want some publicity before the show started.
Yeah, isn't that great? Isn't he a great guy, Michael Alexander? Isn't he the smartest guy in the world?
Where'd you tell me he went to school?
I wonder when they were going to give him that $3 million golden parachute. Mm-hmm. I wonder, did he say, and by the way, I'm not the greatest executive in the world, and there's problems with me, but give me $3 million anyway.
What school did you tell me? You told me
Harvard.
This was a very smart man.
Oh. Did I say that? I said he went to Harvard. I didn't say he was smart. His father probably got him in.
Yeah, right.
He's probably an alumni. Listen to this guy. This is in the newspaper. He's talking to a newspaper guy. He's supposed to put his best foot forward on the show. Now he opens up. He needs a father confessor.
Yeah, this is like he's George Maxey and he's a psychiatrist.
Oh, my God.
Tell him all your deepest secrets.
This is the backpedal in case I decide not to do the show?
Yeah.
This is like now. Well, it wasn't easy to sell. Gee, how come radio is so easy to sell? This is why I got to get out of TV and go into movies.
Vision.
I got to go into movies. When I come back, I'll announce what studio I signed with. I'm going to commence production on the movie immediately. I'm going to get the script in shape, and then we go and we shoot.
Did you see that fax I gave you?
And I don't have to deal with TV executives. Yeah. Yeah, I got the fax. Yeah, well, that's so stupid. It's not an easy sell. The show is seen in about 56% of the country. That's not enough to keep it going. We need at least 70 to 80%. That's the real problem.
Oh, boy, it gets worse. I'm reading ahead.
While the ratings are good, you don't read ahead. You think you don't know where I am. While the ratings are good, we need to get the distribution up. A lot of advertisers won't touch a show until it covers 80% of the country. If we can hang in there long enough, I'm sure the show will be a success. You know, according to Variety, the trade publication, Stern pulls in $10,000 a week for his efforts. Alexander wouldn't discuss finances. Alexander wouldn't discuss finances, but he will tell you that the show doesn't make any money. He won't discuss finances, but he just spilled his guts all over the place. That's how smart he is, because he went to Harvard.
There's a strategy here, I'm sure of it. We just are too dumb to see it.
Alexander did say that Stern's on-air attacks at Channel 9 management over production quality are pure shtick. That's not true. He does that for effect. Howard wants to do the best job he can in producing the show. Yeah, I do, but they don't. He wants more resources, much more money. Obviously, we can only afford so much. Yeah, they could afford to spend $7 million on that stinker, clinker show of theirs. That, what was that, the Clint Holmes show?
New York at Night.
New York at Night. That they can afford, $7 million. But a hit show, they can't afford anything. I don't know. What is that guy? They're unbelievable. Can't he just say, we love the show, we hope we can continue, and that's the end of it? That we hope we can continue, and that's the end of it?
What, do you have to take George Maxion into your confidence?
Yeah. No, George Maxion.
George, I got to talk to you.
George, I need to talk to you because you're such a great guy. I got to talk to you about the distribution and the advertising.
Man, let me tell you what a hard sell this is.
Yeah, let me open up my heart to you, you lummox. What a dope.
Well, I hope this gets sent around the country.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be picked up by other newspapers. Michael Alexander, the keenest executive in the world. So now when I tell you the reason that the show isn't on in more places and stuff is because Michael Alexander, you think I'm wrong?
No.
Lightweights. I'm dealing with lightweights. Lightweights.
But this is just shtick, Howard.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, actually, my real thoughts, I think he's a real brilliant guy. I think he's like one of the brightest executives on the planet.
And it's a pleasure to work with him.
And I think this interview is brilliant. I think it was a great tactical move. He's the dumbest guy on the planet. I wonder who's dumber. Mo, Larry,
or
Curly?
Dan Quayle?
Dan Quayle? No, Dan Quayle's smarter than him.
You mean he can't spell potato?
You know what kills me now, though? Everyone always says to me, yeah, Michael Alexander might be a moron, but he got that $3 million for himself, didn't he? And I go, you know, for himself, he's not so stupid. But only a dumb guy would have the ability to get that $3 million.
Well, only a guy who really knew his true talents would say, you know what? I need a real good out here.
Yeah, you know what? If someone buys the station, I got to get $3 million because I don't know if anyone's going to give me another job after this. Yeah, he's a character, this guy.
I need a cushion.
He is a character. I can't wait to see him and ask him
what means.
Yeah, what was on his mind when he... I didn't say any of those. That's the thing. Whenever they say something bad in the paper about me, I call them up and they go, we didn't even say that. I wish, you know, and I know they did.
Well, George misquotes and makes up things for everyone.
Yeah, and then they go, you know, Howard, you get misquoted all the time. I go, you know what? I'd accept that explanation once, maybe twice, but 10 times in a row I don't.
Why would you continue to talk to a person who misquotes you that
Right.
often?
Yeah, why every time George Maxion calls do you guys talk to him? If in fact he misquotes you every time, wouldn't you be a little mad? I don't think he misquotes you guys at all. I have not picked up the phone on George Maxion in years because he does misquote me. Why are they so dumb that they keep picking up the phone? Dicks.
Because regardless, it's in the paper.
Yeah. Why don't they just end that TV show already? You know what? We've proven it. I've done it all on TV. I needed to prove myself on TV. It's enough already. All I wanted to do is prove myself. I proved myself. Now the film industry sees that I'm not just a radio performer. They also see that I'm a TV performer. I'll go work for somebody else. Let's call it quits. What do we have to tango anymore? You know, every time they do that, it drives me nuts. And they don't get it. If they really cared about this show and cared about me, don't you think they'd quake in their pants before they would talk to George Maxion and worry about everything they say? You know,
well,
maybe
they always found positive spins on that Clint Holmes
show.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Clint was going to be a big star. Did you see the pre-publicity for that show?
Yeah. Big star.
America's next big star.
Yeah. Where is he now?
Break out in new variety show.
America's Next Big Star is on hiatus permanently. America's Next Big Star. Is that what they were calling him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Big parties, they take their 100th show. It was a miracle. I guess you do throw a party for something like that.
They taped their 100th show after losing $7 million. They actually threw a party. We lost $7 million party.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Why don't they just hand us the money, the $7 million, and watch what we do with it? See the kind of TV show we put on. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Not even looking for $7 million.
They could find it before.
Yep. It's just real weird over there. It's just weird how they talk about me in the paper and stuff. It's almost like they want to drive me away. When you love someone, you don't do that. I mean, why don't I get on the air every day and report on the earnings of WOR? And why don't I why don't we take Michael Alexander's track record on each show and see if he turned their profit on the Cosby Show, for example? Let's examine what he paid for it.
Yeah, and let's talk to him about what the problem was there.
Yeah. What happened there? What went wrong there? I mean, you want to start listing their problems.
Tough sell.
Yeah, that's a tough sell. Cosby's a tough sell. He's black, white people just don't like that. Oh, really?
Well, they liked it first run. They didn't like it in rerun.
Yeah, that's the problem. If they sold it to us before anybody saw it, we would have done a lot better with it. Can you imagine Michael Alexander in charge of a network? You have a number one show, be like, well, it's controversial. I don't know that we could sell that. I hate that guy. I hate them all over there. I don't know what they want from me. I just don't know what they want from me. They go in the newspaper and they unload.
You got to talk to Howard.
I had a meeting with Michael Alexander 2 weeks ago. So he hands me all these papers, right? He had his secretary type up a bunch of papers, and they're all marked confidential.
Yeah.
For my eyes only. For me, that's it. For me to see. Explaining everything. The confidential stuff I will now reveal to you is the same exact stuff he was telling George Maxian in the newspaper. Same exact stuff. It's unbelievable. That's the confidential thing. He wants me to keep my mouth shut. You know why? Because he wanted to make sure when he got to George Maxian, he had some fresh material for him. It's unbelievable. You read that article, you paint me off to be some kind of loser. See, that's what I like about movies. We're delivering big audiences on TV. I'm going to deliver big audiences to the movie theater. I don't have to worry about a middleman. People pay for their seat, and that's the end of it. It's such a simple business. Simple. The economics are simple. Movie goes in a theater. If you want to see it, you pay for it. I don't have to deal with a soda company. I don't have to deal with a guy who can't sell advertising time. I don't have to deal with anything. I don't have to deal with a television distributor. I don't have to deal with anything. Don't have to deal with it. Put me in 2,500 theaters, and let's see how I do. That's it. End of discussion. Put me in the theater. Let's see if people are drawn to the product I put out there. Same way on the TV show. Don't even have to promote it. Put it out there. See what happens. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then I have to deal with Michael Alexander. See
you don't like those meetings?
I got another one coming up on my vacation. That should be a real pleasant vacation. Can hardly wait.
I thought you two were becoming friends. Didn't he invite you to dinner?
Yeah.
Whatever happened?
I weaseled out of it. You know how I got out of it?
How?
Well, he caught me by surprise. He had me on the phone, and he goes, my wife and I would like to invite you and your wife and your children to my house for dinner. His apartment. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, oh, man. This is ridiculous. I hate this guy. So I go, oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you. We were in the middle of a big fight. And in the middle of a big fight, he disarmed me with that.
Oh, boy.
But his wife's like an actress or something, so,
His wife is an actress?
Yeah. Oh, his wife's real hot.
I think I've met her.
Yeah. Total mismatch.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out who she was married to. She kept saying Michael Alexander.
Well, she's supposed to be married to me. That's what she's supposed to be married to. But, all right, look, she loves him, I guess. But, so they invited me, my wife and my kids and everything, so I accepted because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to get out of it. I mean, I didn't even know how.
Well, I remember that he kept
me
pinning you down.
Oh, yeah, he said, okay. She says, open up your book. What Saturday you want to come? Because I know you work during the week. What about on a Saturday? I go, why don't I get back to you? Let me check my wife. No. What's it? Come on. If it's a bad day, then fine. Let's make 3 dates. Any one of them will be good. Well, those 3 dates aren't good. You know, I didn't know what to say, so I said, okay, let's agree on it. We agreed on a date, and then like that week that it was going to happen, I called him early in the week, and I told him about my groin injury, which was true. And I said, my testicles are killing me. I cannot come to your house. I can't even walk.
Early in the week, you told him this. You didn't even know how
I said I'm in
feel
such
on
bad.
Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, this is chronic. It's been going on for. I said, as soon as I feel better, as soon as it clears up, we'll get together. And of course, I've never called back since. I'm afraid to talk to him now. I'm afraid he'll invite me again.
Really?
Yeah. But if he invited me again, I'd just say, look, Michael, please, I don't go anywhere. Do me a favor. Believe me, if anybody caused that pain in the balls, it was him. No, I just couldn't. You know what it is? I just don't even. I don't mind. I wouldn't even mind eating dinner with the guy. It's just that I don't eat dinner with anybody. I got my bowl. I eat the dinner out of there, and then I do whatever I want to do. I don't want to. At this point in my life, I don't want to be bothered by anybody. I just want to sit by myself. When I'm not working, I want to sit by myself in a room and just fiddle around.
Well, that's wonderful.
If I want to read a magazine, work on my computer, sit there. I just want to be sedentary. That's all I want to do.
You couldn't sit at somebody else's house.
No,
for
I
dinner.
don't want to. I just can't talk to anybody. I'm very busy. I'm very tied up with myself. I'm very self-centered. I'm a real pain in the ass. And believe me, I'm not fun at all.
We had fun at Gary's wedding.
Yes, we did. That was about as much fun for the year as I need. To me, the only time that you could really have fun is if you're single and you're dating a new girl and you're taking her on vacation for 2 weeks.
To Jumbie Bay. Who'd you take last night?
Actually, I was with Jessica Hahn last night.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I had her last night.
At Jumbie Bay?
No, I had her at my house.
You didn't even take her
I
on
don't even know
vacation.
where I was having her. I just had her. I think I was back in that hotel in Philly and she was naked for me.
Is that right?
Yeah. That's why I needed to look at her naked so I could, have fun with myself for the next couple of weeks.
I see.
And then that image will disappear and I'll bring in a new one. That's how I get myself off at night. I bring in an image. If that image doesn't work, I catalog to the next image until I hit on an image that I like.
Yeah.
Last night I like Jessica Hahn. And I normally never used to even think about Jessica Hahn
Right, I know. This
until
is
she
a
got
new
into shape.
experience.
Yeah. She's very good in bed, by the way.
Oh, God.
I had a lot of fun with her last night. She doesn't know it, but I did. And all I kept looking at was her pelvic area because it was so shaved.
Now, how long do these things last?
Well, every night this week I did it, so this lasted maybe 10 minutes.
So what all can she do in that 10 minutes?
It's just snippets of things go on.
Yeah?
All she does is actually, what does she do? All I do is think about what her body looks like.
Really?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh.
I just sit there and
She
think
didn't
about
have to do anything.
Yeah, it's the stupidest thing. It's so infantile. I've been doing it since I was like 9, so, or whatever, I don't know, 11. Who knows when I started? I think I started when I was 14.
Well, now you're just the year before losing your virginity.
Right.
You must have started earlier than that.
She dropped a lot of weight, so, No, I'm nuts for her. Wild. Because when I first met her, she was too chunky to actually, so you can get myself off on it.
Mm-hmm. But you now have the whole picture in your head of her naked body.
Well, remember I was fantasizing about taking away Tempest?
Right.
If I was a single guy and I had 2 weeks off, I'd be traveling. So people say to me, why don't you go away on vacation, Howard? Because I got my wife and stuff and the kids. If I was single and I could just pick my ass up, get on a plane with one of these strippers that we have down here, forget about it. So Tempest sent me a big card and she did some layout in a magazine recently.
She sent you something as a result of
Yeah, it's completely naked, so I got a lot of stuff to think about now. She's completely naked with her legs spread, one leg up in the air, and I'm going, oh, boy.
You're getting dizzy.
She would go away on vacation with me. Oh, this is life sucks.
Of course she would.
Oh, what a great vacation it would be, too. What fun.
Oh, I can't imagine the stories you'd have when you
Oh,
came back.
man. I'd be half dead. I'd be like dizzy. My eyes rolling into the back of my head.
See, I don't think that your interest would last that long. 2 weeks? You're talking 2 weeks?
Robin, 2 weeks would be just fine. I swear it would last.
I don't think so.
Yes, it would. She's a
I don't
fascinating
know.
girl.
I don't know.
There's a lot to explore on her.
Right.
I need a full 2 weeks to get to know her. All right, I got to take a break before my head explodes. We'll come back. We'll take some phone calls. We got plenty going on today. We'll be back right after these words. You know, all right, let me just take some phone calls because I'll forget. If I start talking, I won't get to the phone calls. You're on the air. You're on the air. I'm trying hard. Trying hard to have a positive attitude. You're on the air.
How you doing, Mr. Stern?
Howard.
Well, how you doing, Howard? Hi, I'm calling from a place out in Staten Island. I just got to New York a few
All right,
months
Mr.
ago.
Stern. I like that.
What is he saying?
No, I'm not paying attention. Mr. Stern.
Anyway, Mr.
Yeah, call me Mr. Stern.
Okay, Mr. Stern.
I think I like that better.
Yeah, I just got here a few months ago and checked out your show. All my friends were telling me about it when I was out in South Carolina, and I love your show. Just want to tell you that straight up front. What do you think about this Operation Tailhook?
Boy, is this guy out of breath? He's nervous.
Yeah, I am.
He can hardly get the words out. Isn't that great?
You like when people just crumble in front of you.
Yeah, it's great. It's like being Yul Brynner in The King and I. It's like, it's like, talk before me.
Well, you're all inspiring, you know?
No one's head can be higher than mine.
What's great about it is in real life, this guy could probably kick my ass, and, he's probably a real rugged guy and everything. But then we get on the radio, man, it's the great equalizer. He's like sitting there, he can't even catch his breath.
I'm okay.
Intimidation is a real rush.
What do you think about that Operation Tailhook bit?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know?
No.
The Navy bit with the officers that were...
You're on the air. If I don't know about it, that means it's not interesting.
I thought he was a military man.
Yeah, it's not interesting, believe me. Operation Tailhook is a part of his little world, something that nobody cares about. None of us care about.
Unless he's talking about that big scandal in the Navy where they harassed all those women at a convention and
I
people are
heard about
losing
it.
jobs.
What do I think about that? I think that goes on every day in all over the world. Guys harassing women. That's what I think. What do you mean? What do I think about it? What, I got to have a thought on everything?
Those guys had every right? No.
Yeah. Those guys have every right to molest those women.
How dare they complain?
Yeah, I mean, these are our boys in the service, and they need some action.
They need their girls in the service.
Right. Don't put girls in the service if you don't want guys molesting them. So I have no opinion on that. Hello?
Hello.
This is Los Angeles.
Howard Stern, how you doing?
All right, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I just want to ask you, man. You be having a lot of beautiful women on the
By the way, sir, don't pretend to do a black accent. If you're gonna act, if you want to put on a shtick with me, you know what's amazing? When white guys imitate a black guy, you guys never pull it off. When you be, are you imitating the black man of the Deep South?
No, I'm really black, to be honest with you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, man. I love your show. I think it's great.
He's for real.
Yeah, now he is. You mean this guy is the stereotype?
This guy's for real.
Oh, geez.
He really exists.
Come on. At first, did you think it was a white guy imitating?
Did.
When he goes,
he really threw me.
When you be, we do that.
Yeah.
Well,
we are doing the old impression of black guys on the plantation, but this guy's still living it.
Everybody knows better than to do that.
Man.
Let me ask you something. How old are you?
32.
Why is it that you can barely speak English? And your grammar is so...
You were born here, yes?
Yeah.
I'm from the Deep South. That's why.
Oh, man.
Pineland, Texas. Have you ever heard of it?
Do they have schools?
No, you go...
They got schools. Hey, check it out. I just want to know about the women, man. They look so nice. I said, I want to like to be on your show.
Do me a favor. Repeat after me, all right? I am.
I am.
You are.
You are.
They are.
They are.
All right, now incorporate those into your lingo. Instead of I be, you be, and they be. Instead of the word be, whenever you want to say the word be, say are. And I'm telling you.
Or am.
Yeah, or am. But don't get them confused.
Okay.
A bee, what does a bee do? It stings, right?
Right.
Okay. Now you're all
So you want to stay away from it?
You want to stay away from the bee.
Oh, okay.
All right, now,
We have to be the teachers to the nation.
I'm just a single man, man. I'm tired of being single. I need a good woman to have fun with.
Yeah, well, let me tell
Well,
you
how are
something.
you going to support that woman?
I got money in the bank.
On his English professor salary. Well, what are you doing for a living?
Well, work for a security outfit.
Ooh, I might be interested in you.
Yeah. We didn't realize you were a security man.
Well, you know, it's a living. It's better than not doing no work at all.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Well, it is better than not doing no work at all. No, but seriously, you got to work on that English, too. Though. I think you get a better
I
caliber
think you
woman.
could be head of security if you
Right.
worked on your English.
It's true, because imagine this guy has a job talking the way he talks. Imagine if he could straighten out that English. He would be, like, in charge of President Bush's security.
Have you ever thought of that? Going up in the ranks in security?
Nah.
No.
Nah, why all that hassle?
No pressure. I like the no pressure
Yeah,
situation.
it's nice. He goes to work, gets his $4 an hour, and comes home.
Well, it's a little bit more than that.
No,
man.
I know. Okay, listen. So what can I do for you? What you be liking? The girls?
Yes, I like it.
Because you're tired of being single?
Yes.
And we're going to fix you up.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Hey,
Yeah.
if you do that, I'll be your friend for life.
Yeah. Well, I don't need any more friends.
I know you got enough, though.
I got a great friend in Michael Alexander. All right. When Michael Alexander's your friend, you don't need any more. Right.
By the way, your coworker is very cute.
Well, Fred is adorable, but I'll tell you something. He's getting old rapidly.
To Freddie, though.
Well, who are you talking about?
The young lady that I hear her sweet, sweet voice. I think she's very cute.
Ooh, now he's turning on the charm.
Let me tell you something, Robin. Robin has this amazing ability to attract garage guys, security guys, right? The security guy downstairs loves you.
Oh, I could marry him in a minute.
Oh, yeah, he proposes every day, doesn't he? It's unbelievable. I'll walk around the streets with Robin. All of a sudden, guys start emptying out of parking garages.
God.
Security
I believe it,
guys come flying through the window. Hey, baby. They won't even look at me.
No.
All the black security guards and black garage attendants, black janitors, they will not look at me. But Robin, right away, they just like walk right past me. Hello, baby.
Well, if you fix me up, man, I appreciate it, though. I want to be.
You
want
wanna
to
go out with Robin?
You know, I'll be tripping out off the lesbian connection. I can't believe what I'll be seeing on TV nowadays.
Is that how you got turned on to us on the TV?
Yeah, that's how I first learned about you. Yeah, I said Howard Stern. He's unique. I'll put it like that.
Thank you. Well, I'll tell you something, my friend. I don't know how I would set you up. You're living in Los Angeles. If you were here in New York, I would set you up on a dream date with Robin.
Well, maybe
Unfortunately, I don't want a bi-coastal relationship.
Right. Robin doesn't want a bicoastal. She always dreamt of a bicoastal relationship until recently.
Until I heard from you.
Yeah. Now she's keeping her sights on this coast.
Well, I consider her out for a vacation out here. She might enjoy herself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you something, my man. You are a nice guy. Go back there to watch.
You must be able to find women in Los Angeles.
Yeah, with
Come
your
on.
credentials.
Yeah, it's like I just want one good, decent woman, man. I'm thinking about flying out to New York just to check it out, see what it's like.
We guarantee you, if you can't get a woman in California, you're not going to get one out here. Same kind of women. Let me tell you something. With your credentials in life, you should have no problem.
Okay.
Very good, my friend.
Hey, y'all have a good evening, okay?
You all too.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there you go. I really did think he was a white guy imitating
I did
him.
too.
Yeah. I thought I had him. I was gonna ream that guy out for making fun of the black race. And look at that. He's a member of the black race.
What do you do now?
Now I have egg on my face. All right. 6:52, we'll be back right after these words. Okay. Did you know what's out on Warner Brothers Home Video and HBO Video right now? Love Crimes.
What's that?
Have I seen this yet?
Is that a movie?
Love Crimes. I have not seen that yet.
What does? Who's in there?
Let me read here. The steamiest, most sensuous thriller of the year. R-rated. Oh, available rated R or unrated. Give me the unrated version.
Ooh, what does that mean?
The unrated director's cut features what moviegoers missed, uncensored, sizzling footage. Now, of course you would want the unrated version.
Well, some people who want to see it with a teenager.
It's with, yeah. It's with Sean Young.
I thought this was it. I've seen this.
Did you see the unrated or rated?
I saw it in the movie theater, so I saw the rated version.
Well, you got to get the unrated
version.
You're gonna want to see the unrated.
Yeah, that's what I have to get now.
Yes. Roll the film, please. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Will you please?
I'm watching a movie. Shh.
Who is that woman?
Some whore.
Yazoo.
All right, very good. Wow. Wow. Hot, steamy movie.
Love crimes.
Let's see what this is about. Sean Young has the perfect life. She's attractive. She's smart. She enjoys her work as an assistant district attorney. Okay.
You like that?
So far, I'm with you. Probably takes a shower, getting ready for work. They show you that. Her soaping up her breasts and everything.
Well, I know there is a bathtub scene.
Right in the beginning.
I'm trying to think where it comes.
David Hanover, who is Patrick Bergen, whoever that is.
That is the guy who was in Sleeping with the Enemy.
Oh, okay. Another anonymous Hollywood face. But good.
He's got a very nice face.
There's a man who poses as a photographer.
Yeah, he's one of these guys who scams women.
You know, possesses and poses, very, very similar words, Robin.
They are not.
He uses this cover to convince women to allow him to take erotic photos of them. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good scam going.
His game was a dark twist. Some of the women have been humiliated. Some are uncertain if they were willing partners. So Sean Young decides to investigate. Oh, of course, going undercover. Am I correct?
That's right.
So
she becomes one of the girls.
Oh, that is sick. That's beautiful. So she has to be photographed nude.
Well, it comes to that. It's interesting how this occurs.
Oh, I'm there. I want to rent this then, don't I?
I was going to say, yes. This is right up your alley.
Gary, why isn't the uncut version in the studio with me right now? In my bag, getting ready for me to go home.
Holding it.
Yeah, I want to watch that alone without my wife.
Baba Booey.
Sean Young, wacky Sean Young. I bet you there's a lot of nudity in that uncut version.
Well, you know, she doesn't have very big...
boobies.
Yeah.
But she's got a nice body.
I was surprised that she was doing a nude scene, you know, because you're used to seeing these fake breasts now.
Right. No,
you don't like regular breasts.
She's wacky. What she loses in breasts, she makes up for being wacky.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because you feel, what? You could get her.
Gary, go over to the Warner Brothers office right now, even though they're not open. Wait for them to open, and then get me a copy.
I've never seen you so excited about a film.
Oh, I love this film. Love Crimes, a truly provocative, erotic thriller. Available now at your local video store in both rated and unrated version. Excuse me, can I have the unrated version? That's always so comfortable to say.
Would you like that in a brown paper bag?
Yeah, yes, please.
I don't know how people can go into that section that they have closed off behind a curtain in the video store.
I go to this little video store that the guy, like, it used to be, it looks like a house. So you go in the guy's house and you're looking at all the videos, and then there's a closet door that you have to, like, know to open up.
Yeah.
And you go in that little section.
I don't know how they do it.
He's got every sick movie in there. But it's just so embarrassing. I wouldn't go in there.
I know, as soon as you walk in, you figure, perv.
Yeah, pervert. Yeah.
No, I was just in a video store the other day on the island, and it's a big video store, and then there's this giant arrow.
Yeah.
It says adult films, and you go into this room and you go into the basement.
Yeah.
But it's like blinking lights.
Yeah, great.
And everyone has to see you walking through this door.
Right, probably an alarm goes off as you walk through.
It's worse than buying rubbers. It really is. Oh, man.
Well, I don't understand the stores that still have the condoms behind the counter and make people ask for them.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? A lot of expensive.
It was funny because I was talking to this woman the other day, and she had never bought condoms before. And she didn't, and somebody said, well, they come in sizes. How do you know what size?
Oh, they were goofing on her?
Yeah.
Oh.
And she was like, oh, my God, what am I supposed to do? So she really thought they came in sizes.
And did they have her well, tell me, approximately how long is your husband's penis? Like goofing on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, New York City is gearing up for this Democratic convention, and it's so great because I'm looking in the paper today. So all of the strip clubs are all excited because the Democrats come to town and they're a bunch of pervs.
Right. I heard that Goldfingers and Flashdance were bringing in extra girls.
Did you see this? Flashdance has a giant truck.
No.
With a Flashdance New York City 100 international female exotic dancers. Welcome conventioneers, free buffet.
So they're having parties.
Yeah, but look, I mean, they're
In the
going wild.
truck?
Yeah, look at. Well, I think what they're trying to do is attract people.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you get on the truck and then they drive you over to Flash dancers.
Oh boy!
It's not girls in the truck.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in that truck. Look how big it is.
Who's going to get on that truck? I mean, aren't people going to be watching?
Maybe it's just an advertisement. Oh, they hired a sign truck to circle Madison Square Garden during the convention.
Oh, because I didn't figure, they were going to just leave the convention with their little hats on and all that regalia they get into and get on a truck to go to Flash dancers.
And did you know that hookers from all over the country are coming into town?
Yeah.
It's like a big deal.
It's going to be what was the last time the Fleet was in? And, I mean, you couldn't find a street where, the hookers were standing by the plaza. I had never seen anything like that.
Will you be hooking, Robin?
No, I'm
Pick
out
up a
of
couple
town.
extra bucks?
I'm out of town.
Just think about it. Get a nice, clean guy from, Iowa.
It's all right.
You could pick up $1,000 in one night.
I make enough.
Yeah. Not going to be doing that, huh?
I've never said before I make enough.
You don't think that'd be a little bit exciting? You walk in your little mini skirt and some
No.
guy just gives you some money? And
That's fun in the fantasy situation. It's not fun in real life.
I see.
No.
All right. Snob. You're on the air. Hello? Yes.
I'm sure there's some female delegates, Howard.
Robin thinks she's too good to hook.
No. There's some female delegates out there. Shouldn't they be having some fun?
Yes.
Why don't you work?
Boy, I'd love to. My wife will leave me. That's the problem.
But this is a job.
Hello, Congressman. My name is Robin. What's your pleasure? Come on, that's exciting.
And when we get through saying, no, I won't do that, no, I won't do that, no, I won't do that.
All right, honey,
it'll
I'll
be
take
a lot of fun.
I'll take a half and half. Say what? Hello, you're on the air.
How about a Captain Jenks style date?
For you?
For you? You want to be with Captain Jenks?
He's kind of cute, but no.
Yeah. What are you worried about Captain Jenks for?
Yeah, because he doesn't get laid.
Speaking of Captain Jenks, I put together a montage.
Yeah.
Oh, here's my dad talking into the microphone. My father was a recording engineer, had recording studios.
After listening to this, I wasn't sure he could record anything.
So we used to go to my dad's recording studio once a year. That was the big trip. We'd get to go into the city with my mom, stuff.
And visit Daddy at work?
No, he would take us in on a Saturday, so we wouldn't have to, we wouldn't be seen.
I see.
I don't know that he was
you'd
particularly...
have the studios all to yourself.
Yeah, and he wasn't particularly proud of his family.
Oh.
No, he wouldn't do that during the week. It's a place of business during the week. So once a year, we got to go in the studio, and during our last group of commercials, Robin was referring to this.
Testing. 1, 2. Now, we are now testing this out for proper modulation. As you will know, when you record, the proper modulation that is required is for the electric eye, which is a green type of tube, will open and close as we record. Now I will play this back to hear the quality whether this is operating. Thank you.
What an impressive guy, huh?
Was your father ever a young man?
I don't know.
He sounds the same
I
then
know.
as he does today.
It's amazing to me because he's always been bald as long as I know him. And he's always looked the same. People say, I see my parents aging. It's very safe. I don't see my father aging. It's just like he looks like he did when he was in his 30s. Maybe he's a robot.
You better check.
I think he is a robot. He sounds like a robot, doesn't he? He even sounds like he has an accent there of some kind, doesn't it? Like he's from
Like he's not from this country.
Yeah, I know, but that's
you swear he is?
That's his microphone technique. Fun guy, my dad. A lot of laughs.
It must have been hell growing up in that house.
Oh, I talk to my wife about it all the time. My father's not a loose kind of guy. I mean, the way he's talking into that microphone is the way he talks in real life. And he would quiz us constantly.
This was Saturday. Coming to have fun with the kids.
This is Dad. My dad would wear a suit on Saturday. He's like Nixon. I'm not kidding. Oh, he had special work pants when he worked in the yard. It's like the stepfather. But he's never looked young. He never behaved in a young. I've never seen him get wild.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, he is wild. He's a wild side.
Yeah?
Oh, I told you about that time I walked. Remember when we did that prom?
Oh, I don't know if I want to hear this. What did he do to you?
I walked into the house and I had that evening
What?
gown on.
What did you have?
No, I had that evening gown on. I was going to say
What?
cocktail dress.
Oh, cocktail. Oh, man.
You guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had that evening gown on.
Yeah.
And, it was just like a bustier top. And
Right.
I was.
Your
this
breasts-
was before I had my operation.
Right.
So I was really coming out the top.
Right.
And I walked in. Your father dropped a dollar bill on the floor and said, "Hey, Robin."
Really? Did his head turn colors? When my old man gets so, like, if he drinks or he gets, like, upset, his head turns colors. It becomes purple on top.
I couldn't believe he was doing that. He was like, Robin, I dropped a dollar.
Really? Man, you're kidding. Oh, Jesus. Did his head turn colors?
Yeah, he got real red.
Because my old man's got litmus head. Yeah, I wish he's like a litmus test.
I said, Mike, immediately I knew you were a chip off the old block.
Yeah.
Testing. 1, 2. Now, we are now testing this out for proper modulation.
Look how proud he is of the information he has. And that's my father. My father has a lot of information.
Yes.
My father will sit me down and lecture me about, he reads the New York Times back to front every day, reads several newspapers, very worldly, guy. It hasn't done him any good. I mean, he knows a lot of stuff and everything, but...
They can't use it.
Yeah. The only one he
People say you're supposed to be able to use the New York Times and take over the world.
He can't talk to my mother about any of this stuff because my mother doesn't care. My mother never reads a newspaper, has no idea what's going on in the world, thinks it's useless information.
But they're just alike.
And so he gets a hold of me, since I'm the only one willing to listen. He was over last night. I forget what he was lecturing me on. Oh, I know what it was. He was complimenting me on my Ed McMahon comments.
Ah.
That Ed McMahon drives me nuts. Can I digress here for a second? All right, let me finish my father here. I just got to hear this one more time. It helps me get through the show.
As you will know, when you record,
So proud.
the proper modulation that is required is for the electric eye, which is a green type of tube, will open and close as we record. Now I will play this back to hear the quality whether this is operating. Thank you.
My father always knew, like, if he was recording into a mic, he knew why the microphone worked.
Yeah.
Didn't do him an ounce of good. His partners all were musical and stuff and did millions of dollars worth of recording studio sessions. They even sang on jingles. They didn't know how the microphone worked. My father knew how the microphone worked.
The electric eye.
He missed the point.
Which is a type of tube.
Yeah. My dad missed the point. You don't need to know how the microphone works. That's what I was trying to tell him all those years. I go, Dad, see this microphone? I don't even know how it works. I talk into it every day. I have an intimate relationship with this microphone. I work with microphones all day. I don't even know what a tube is.
If it breaks, they just bring in another one.
That's right. The microphone's been invented. What good does it mean to know that? And he'd get so angry with me. He just didn't see things from my perspective. You have to know these things. You want to be a broadcaster, don't you? It's like, Dad, you don't have to know. I don't have to know how a radio works to talk into a microphone, to be on the radio. Oh, is he serious? Serious guy. And you're right, he's never been a young man.
No,
Never.
It just struck me that that was recorded years ago. You were a kid.
If you make a frivolous comment around my father, he will tell you how stupid you are for an hour. Anything frivolous. Anything that isn't necessary.
Yeah.
You've ever gone to a restaurant with my father?
No, that I've never done.
I got to take you to a restaurant with my father. That's going to be our project. After the vacation, when you get back, I'm going to invite you to dinner with my father.
I like, the dinners, at the house where he just takes a seat at the table.
And sits there and waits for my mother to serve him.
He's hysterical.
And he'll sit there with a puss on his face like I'm starving, but I'm not going to say anything.
He doesn't say a word. He just watches.
Oh, I wish they'd put my father in another room when he ate. We used to go to the restaurant, and we had to know what we were going to order before we got to the restaurant.
Even before you saw the menu?
He would coach my mother, because he gets embarrassed in front of the waiter if someone doesn't know how to order and isn't quick to order.
Oh, dear.
He gets really, really embarrassed. In front of the waiter. I go, the waiter's a schlub, Dad.
Yeah, what does he care?
What do you care what the waiter thinks? There's a proper way to order. And you got to be prepared. He would even not take me for weeks if I didn't order properly. I knew how to order from the time I was 2. My mother can't get it right, and my wife can't get it right. My father goes nuts with my wife.
I guess it's not very much of a pleasure for him to go out with your family.
Well, my father doesn't really, my father will talk to women if they're really up on their current events. Like, he likes you.
Yeah,
He'll talk to you.
He always talks to me.
He feels you're bright. But for the most part, I know my dad doesn't. He talks to his friend Estelle Sickles because she's smart, and she reads the paper. But if you're not up on current events and you're a woman, that's a crime with my father.
Then how have your mother and father managed to get along for so long? They're so different.
I don't know if I don't even know if he respects my mother. I wonder if he thinks she's smart. I wonder if he thinks my mother's smart. Sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he ever take her advice?
Yeah, reluctantly. After much arguing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a scene. But I got to take you to a restaurant.
I would like to do that.
And I want you're going to do me a favor when we go.
I'm going to
You're going to botch your order. What you're going to do is you're going to order your main course. No, just order your main course first and then your salad. My father will go nuts.
He'll lose all respect for me.
No, he'll go nuts. You'll see. He'll start turning purple, and then he'll say to the waiter, no. Yeah, bring her a salad. He'll try to like
the waiter doesn't know how to bring it.
Right. And then change your entree order.
Okay.
And ask, this drives my father crazy. Ask what a certain dish is made. How is it made?
Okay.
That will drive him nuts.
You know who you ought to take to dinner with your father?
Who?
Stuttering John.
Yeah. My father would blast off. My father would take.
Stuttering John is the worst orderer in the world.
My father would take Stuttering John's head and put it through a wall. He would beat him. My father goes, how? You don't need any brains to order in a restaurant. And I take you to the same restaurant. This is the lecture I used to get. I take you to the same damn restaurant every weekend. You don't know the menu by now? I know what I'm ordering. I go in there. I get chicken, potatoes. I have a salad first. I know what kind of dressing I want when the waiter comes. I'm prepared. You look stupid. Everybody looks stupid. Stupid in there.
I'm telling you, Stuttering John would make his head explode.
How much brains do you need to order? How much? What, you need brains to order from a He said to my mother, Ray, you don't know what you want? You go there every weekend. You don't know. We go to the same place, Vibrox in Freeport. You don't know? Oh, it's unbelievable. Then when my wife came into the family, we all knew how to order by that time. We were all adults.
You were whipped into shape.
Yeah, my mother was even whipped into shape. My mother always gets into trouble because even to this day, she likes to order for an entree an appetizer. And that requires some explanation to the waiter. My father gets completely crazy from that. Gets flush in the face. Yeah. She wants a... Because he has to explain for her. Because she goes, if I want the clams, not as a... You want an appetizer, ma'am? No. I want you to bring the clams... And you see my father, he's just sitting there turning red the whole time. He's turning purple. He's nuts over this. If I want the clams to be brought when everybody else is entree... Oh, so you want the appetizer as an entree? Yeah, that's right. She wants I want the appetizer as the whole meal. Just like I'd rather stay home than go to dinner with my parents. By the time I was a senior in high school, I wouldn't even go with them. It was just too much pressure. I like the free food, but,
So you usually eat with them at your home. You don't go out with them.
Yeah, I very rarely go out. Although this weekend I have to go out to dinner with them because it's my dad's birthday. So
you know what you're going to order?
Yeah, you know what? We had the discussion last night. They came over and discussed it.
You're kidding.
Yeah, my father goes, we'll all get the salad. Same salad when we go there. Because we all like that. It's unbelievable, the pressure. I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating.
They changed the menu a little bit, and there's a new dish you might like.
No, we never were allowed to look at the menu. You had to know. My mother looks at the menu.
Yeah.
But you know me, I always wanted to please my father, so I would know, I had the same stupid thing every time.
Well, I know. I mean, does Allison...
Oh, Allison's the worst. Allison's the worst orderer because she can't decide. She sits there and goes, and she gets real pressured. she'll go, Howard, help me. She whispers under her breath, Howard, help me, help me, help me. She starts hitting me with her elbow. Help me, help me, help me order. I don't know what to order. Help me. I go, Allison, we've had this discussion before we went. There's a million things on the menu. You know what? Any one of them you won't go wrong with. And you know what? We're going to have another meal in a couple of hours. You're going to wake up for breakfast, and we're going to have a dinner tomorrow. And tomorrow, yeah, I want to order the right thing, though. What if I don't like it? I don't know. My wife's like a retard. I go, listen, you know how my father is. Just order from the menu. And she starts freaking. Then she starts in, she wants to split a dinner with somebody else and tries to explain to the waiter to cut it in half. Oh, my father's like out of his friggin' mind with her. He's given up.
Because I know she has trouble ordering.
And he won't talk to her. And he won't talk to her for the rest of the meal.
Oh, dear.
My father's, look, I mean, you know, that's him.
Testing.
That's my father.
1, 2. Now, we are now testing this out for proper modulation.
Proper modulation.
You know, when you record, the proper modulation that is required is for the electric eye, which is a green type of tube, will open and close as we record. Now I will play this back to hear the quality whether this is operating. Thank you.
Here's my father having fun, okay? Here's this is when he's having fun.
Oh, man,
look at the song.
River, that old man river, he must know something. He don't say nothing. That old man river, he just keeps rolling along.
That's my dad kicking up his heels and going wild.
Body all racked and wrecked with pain. Lift that bale,
boom.
Hold that bag,
boom.
You get a little drunk and you land in jail. I gets weary.
I gets weary.
Finn Robeson.
Yeah, just like a black man. I gets weary.
Ryan, I'm tired of living. I'm tired of trying. That old man river.
Oh.
Just keeps rolling along.
My mother would go, Jesus, Ben.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
7 years old, my dad's talking to me like that. I'll tell you, my father would never tolerate 7-year-old behavior. I don't remember my father ever being youthful.
No, I guess not.
What were you doing when he was singing? I forget. Were you all there?
We all had to stand there. He would wait till the very end of the recording session after he yelled at us for the whole day. He'd bring us down there. It was supposed to be a fun day with my dad at his recording studio. He would yell. I mean, you know, you've heard the famous tape.
And that was like the...
He would yell and berate us. And then he would scream at my mother. He would scream at me. Actually, they would mostly scream at me because that way he wouldn't scream at my mother that much. And my mother would.
Remember, your mother would chime in and scream at you.
Yeah,
too.
and she'd go, "You're an idiot." And I go, "Why are you picking on me?" And she goes, "Well, your father's right." Because it was great for my mother. You see, when I left home, my mother went into severe depression. Because when I left home to go to college,
yeah, she was
alone with my father.
She became the whipping.
Yeah, she's the whipping post now. He corrects her, berates her, and she can hardly take it. She only prays for the day I move back. She still she keeps my room a shrine to me. She's waiting for me to move back in. But then he would go last. Yeah. The last thing would be my dad's song.
Would be it.
Yeah,
he would always do a song.
And everyone would be happy. Ben is now going to sing, and he'd step out of the recording little glass area, and he'd set all the controls in proper modulation and sing.
And you guys would be
watching
in the control room or watching?
No, we would all be sitting there watching and everything, and Dad would sing, and then it would be over, time to go home.
But weren't you guys laughing? Or?
Oh, no, you didn't laugh.
You didn't hear anything on that tape?
No, I didn't hear anything.
We were in the studio with him. We kept quiet. But I mean, you don't laugh at my old man singing.
But what was going through your mind? I mean, please.
What was going? And then if I would laugh,
if he had seen you snickering, he would have killed you.
Yeah, that would have been it. Because my father was like, if you're going to say something into the microphone, it shouldn't be frivolous. You should have a song prepared.
Have a respect for the microphone.
Well, you should have something prepared. Just as for him to sit there and record frivolous comments was stupid. That's when he started interviewing us, like Eric Sevareid.
Yes.
Starts interviewing us. What do you think of the UN situation? I think we should kill all the Japs. Why, you stupid jerk?
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Amazing. I've known people who were always old, and I guess your father's one of them.
Yeah, and my sister would sit down, and she actually practiced piano and stuff, so she would sit down at least and play. Where's my sister playing piano? Where is all these tapes?
I don't know if I
I don't know about the piano playing.
Yeah, we got that. Fred, why don't you play commercial? I'll go look for it with you. We'll be back right after this.
Somehow, with that, they're able to lower the prices on name brand mattresses 50 to 60%.
Don't forget they have Selma waterbeds, high risers, electric beds, folding kings, and more. 1-800-Mattress. And don't forget they're in New York, Philly, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Boston. They're nationwide. Hamptons. Anywhere you have your summer home, Poconos.
Where's your summer home?
My summer home is the same home I'm in all year. I live in my summer home.
All-season home.
Yeah, I got an all-season home. 1-800-MATTRES. I will never understand that concept of a summer home. Why not put the money into the home you're in and enjoy that? I don't get it. I know relatives who build something in the Poconos.
Yeah.
They got a home.
Right.
So instead of putting like a stupid little pool in their backyard or something, they go and they build this house in the Poconos. To go there is such a hassle. Stupid. People always got to be going somewhere. I never saw such
for people who live here,
please.
It's a big difference.
Home.
And when you leave Manhattan, it's a nice thing.
Oh, come on.
No,
Live where it's nice.
What, am I going to put a pool in my apartment? Don't be ridiculous.
Have them build one in there. What is that, Fred?
Found a couple of things I didn't realize I had.
Okay, see, here's my sister was Little Miss Perfect in the recording studio. She never got yelled at by my father. Never, ever.
Well, he was afraid to yell at her.
Yeah.
Sidewalks, busy sidewalks.
Look at her.
Dressed in holiday style.
Oh, my. Your family.
There's
Not a talented bunch.
Of Christmas.
But
people.
See how she had a song prepared?
Yeah.
And I never knew any songs.
She stepped right up.
Yeah.
Knows all the words.
Me, I go to sing the Jelly Beaner song. I don't know what to sing.
Jelly Beaner.
It's unbelievable. I'm like Goofus. It's unbelievable. Me, I'm like
I want to sing Jelly Bean.
All right, sing Jelly Bean.
Come on.
Jelly Bean. Come on.
My mother always has to start in. I was in front of the microphone. I didn't know what to do, but she's nervous, meanwhile, that my father's going to start yelling that I don't have a song prepared.
She's trying to avoid an avalanche.
So she starts singing Jelly Beaner, and she forces me into it. And who wants to sing with their mother?
Jelly Bean. No, you're not singing. Jelly Bean. No, you're not.
So irritating.
Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean. I want to know when you see a jelly bean. When you see jelly bean. Jelly bean. Jelly bean. When you see a jelly bean.
You know me. I don't know the words.
There's a jelly bean, a cool jelly bean. Jelly bean. Here's a jelly bean.
See, people don't change.
I tell you.
I told you your personality is completely formed.
That's it. How old were you then?
I was there. I'm 4 or 5.
That was it. You were done.
Jelly bean, jelly bean, I want to know.
Very good.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So condescending. Little Miss Perfect, my sister, is like
Passing children laughing. Meeting small after small. And on
my old man's going, yeah, that's a song. I'm sick of this crap. Where's my relaxation tape? Where is it? Who took
that didn't relax you?
No, there go all my tapes. No, that didn't relax me, Robin. That didn't relax you. Oh, I need to relax. I tell you something. I get tense when I hear those tapes.
Become aware of the buttocks. Tense them.
Tense the buttocks.
Inhale and hold the breath while tensing. Keep tensing when I say to release. Let the tension in your buttocks and your inhalation also be suddenly released.
Can't even hold your breath this long.
Release.
You can't even hold your breath that long. It's totally ridiculous.
That guy's unrealistic.
Yeah. I'm dead by the time he's done. But I do feel better. He's got something, that guy.
Must be the tone of his voice.
Yeah. He's very relaxing. Yep. It's my parents.
blowing that myth of the happy household.
You ready, Ellen? Go ahead. We're going to play that same song.
Now, this is Ellen, of course, playing the piano, because she could, like, I took 5 years of lessons and didn't know how to play a note, but she, of course, could play, so my father would do a duet with her at the end of the session.
Ah.
Shut up! Sit down!
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's me. So now understand what's going on here. My sister and my father, I'm going to recue this so you can hear that again. It's going to take a little bit of a time, but I'm going to recue it. My sister and my father are going to play a song together.
Yes.
So, of course, I was always humiliated before that because I couldn't play anything on the piano.
Did they sit you down at the piano?
No. I was always left sitting there by my mother while the two of them jammed. They had their jam session.
So you wanted to get in on it?
Yeah, I guess that's what was going on. I was getting a little jealous, and I wanted to get in on the jam session, but no.
Shut up, sit
Shut up. Shut up, sit down. Hey, you hear I'm a little kid. I'm 7 years old there. That's a tape of when I'm 7.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Shut up. Shut up, you retard.
Get away from me.
Shut up. My old man is very serious.
It's a good thing he had a job. He could be out of the
Oh,
house.
God bless.
If
he had ever lost
stayed
that
home,
job.
Forget about it.
Oh, yeah. And that stupid job didn't pay him. I think his big year was $25,000. That was his biggest year ever.
Hello, Howard. I'd like to ask you a question. How do you feel about religious services and why children should attend them?
Oh, boy. He's not trying to program you, is he?
My old man is a very serious guy. He just doesn't mess around. You know what I mean?
Well, had he ever met another kid?
He's not a kid guy.
Let's say.
He's not a kid kind of guy.
How's he with your children?
He's okay. He's not. He can tolerate them for a few seconds. He'll listen to what they have to say for a few, and then he likes to talk to adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What say so? You learn something.
That's me being grilled.
And
Trying to recue this thing.
Ellen, how do you feel about the new Roosevelt football team? Do you feel that it is a benefit, educational-wise, or does it give the children that attend these games a feeling of belonging? I'd like to.
Now, you see what my dad's doing? My father has thought this out. He will not ask a yes or no question.
No.
You have to have a essay. This is an essay.
Opinion.
Well, I think that the Roosevelt football team is just wonderful, and I think when people
everything's
go,
wonderful
they really
with my
get
sister.
thrills out of it, seeing their own game being played, and they won 4 games, as I recall, and I think the people are just.
She has an answer. So you notice she doesn't have like a stupid answer?
Right. She's very serious.
But even when she messes up her grammar, my dad doesn't yell at her.
Right.
Only me. Only I get yelled at.
I just thrilled with the whole idea.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
One other.
Now, retard, you go. Wait.
Let me get back to the.
Do you feel
the
that
torture
the United
victim.
States should remain in the United Nations as a member of the United Nations? Howard?
yes, I really do.
All right. So I saw how my sister did. I figured, okay, I'll try my best. The United Nations, okay,
But
here I go.
she got a football game to talk about. You got the United Nations.
Yeah, oh yeah, because I'm a boy.
Oh, God.
My old man's very tough. Jackie's even shaking his pants. I don't know how to answer that.
Can you imagine what Jackie would have been like at Jackie
would be drinking endlessly.
Jackie would have started drinking at 6.
Yeah.
I was brilliant till I was 12.
So there you go.
When I started drinking, I was a whiz. I answered this better then.
Is there any special reason why you feel that they should?
Well, there should be peace in all the countries, and we wouldn't want any war. Because we don't want the Japs anymore.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron. Ellen, I would like to ask the same question of you. Do you feel that the United States...
Oh, man.
And he goes right into the, I love it how he rolls right into the next question.
Well, he's on Meet the Press. You don't stop the whole proceedings just because one of your guests freaked out.
Little commentary, then next question.
Getting me under control. If I'm a moron, how can I help being stupid?
It's actually a decent answer, even though you made a little joke.
Right, well,
it's like
Jackie.
the UN's to prevent war. I mean,
Jackie, if you ever wonder why my self-esteem is about this high,
should remain in the UN?
Yes, because I think it's very important and it has been doing a lot of good for the country.
And the world.
Yes.
Let me ask.
Had to finish her answer.
How many times did you pack your bags?
What?
How many times did you pack your bags?
Please.
He kept a bag packed.
By the time I hit 15, I was out all night, every night. My mother didn't give me a curfew. I would just sit. I would walk around the block rather than go in the house. And then, of course, I'd come walking back to the house high on LSD and pot and everything else.
Well, the people can understand from these tapes why you had to take drugs.
I was sedated. Now I have my relaxation tapes, so I'm okay. I mean, it's all right.
Become aware of the buttocks.
Yes, doctor. Okay.
Another question. Now, Howard, I don't want any foolish answers from you, otherwise don't answer. President
if you
Kennedy
can't
now.
not be foolish, just shut
Right.
your mouth.
All right. Now we're going to ask another question, but if you're going to give a foolish question, you moron, you retard, you're going to give a stupid answer. But Dad, I'm a moron and a retard. How could I help myself?
I was going around the country asking the people to vote for Democrats. He wants more Democrats in the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. Do you think that the president is doing a wise thing in going around the country asking the voters to support him by electing Democrats? First, we will hear from Howard.
Oh, great. Why do I always have to go first?
Who was the president?
John F. Kennedy. My dad was real into Kennedy.
I bet.
Yeah, that was his man.
Yeah.
Robert F., too. I mean, he would go out.
He was heavily into buying Camelot.
He got people registered, especially when Robert Kennedy ran. He got people registered to vote.
Yeah.
And made sure they'd vote for Robert Kennedy. He would send them literature. He'd Xerox literature.
Well, my father was such a Kennedy man. He actually wound up having dinner with the president.
Wait a second, Robin. This has never come out.
What?
Braggart. My dad had dinner with the Kennedys.
Dinner with President and Jackie.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Now, how did that come about?
Well, he was a union man, and he was,
I
heavily
see.
into his union, and they worked real hard to get him elected, so they wound up having a dinner with him.
Of course, my dad worked real hard, never got any dinner with John Kennedy. But he's yelling at me.
Yes, I do, because if we didn't, let's say, have Democrats, there'd be presidents.
Oh, I know I'm in trouble.
Boy, listen to you.
I know I'm
scrambling already.
Oh, I'm scrambling. I'm scrambling for my life. You know what? Let me just come back, and I'll be done with this. I got to purge my system now. I just want to hear "You'll Never Walk Alone" when we come back from the words, and then I got to play some of the Larry King stuff that we have. We have like a montage to play for you. Oh, remind me to talk to you about Ed McMahon.
Okay.
I have a lot I want to say, and I want to say something about Doc Severinsen. I want to talk about Ed McMahon and Doc Severinsen when we come back. Where were we?
I don't know. What is this commercial?
Jackie, is that your onion bagel I'm smelling?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Whew. That gets my juices going. What is this, Freddie?
Snapple.
Snapple? What do I want to say about Snapple?
Snapple.
Snapple. Well, that's right. Snapple. Freddie's mouth is full. It's his big birthday celebration. What are you eating there? What are you working on right now?
Nothing, actually.
No, come on. There was something in your mouth.
Yeah, you just swallowed.
No, I did.
What were you went Snapple.
I went Snapple.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. He's a liar. Sit down, you moron. Shut up and sit down. You know, I'm in here working, and these guys are having a buffet.
Yeah, they're eating. They were having
Let me tell you.
breakfast, Howard. You're their breakfast entertainment.
Let me tell you something. If you can get on my gravy train, it's the best thing in the world.
You got to get up a little early.
There was actually a point in Jackie's career where he was actually resisting being on the gravy train. I couldn't believe it.
Now I just enjoy the entertainment.
Yeah. Sits back and relaxes, has a nice cup of... What is that you're drinking there?
Nice hot cup of tea, onion bagel.
Onion bagel.
Apple.
Nice apple.
Comfortable chair.
Fred, how you doing over there? What are you working on?
I'm waiting for you to do Snapple.
And then what do you got there?
What are we going to break into?
Nothing. I wasn't planning on going in anything.
No, what's
right
the
away.
next meal? What's the next item?
Maybe a box of raisins or something.
Box of raisins?
Sure.
How embarrassed he is by his box of raisins. All right, listen, Snapple is great. I love the all-natural taste of Snapple. Fred, if I'm talking too loud, just, you know.
Is this good breakfast conversation?
If you don't like anything I'm saying, let me know. I got to get... you know what? I'm going to go home with my relaxation tapes for 2 weeks. I'm sick of working with freaks. Anyway, it's had it.
Us too.
All right, listen. Snapple is great. It really is good. Who wouldn't love it? You know what? If you got kids at home, give them Snapple. You know, the kids want soda. Give them something that doesn't have chemicals and preservatives and coloring and all that other junk.
Yeah.
Please listen to me. I beg of you, try Snapple once. You'll see it in the supermarket. Try it once. Their iced tea is unbelievable. They've got like 90 different flavors of iced tea. It's all natural. It's great tasting. There's a reason every big company is imitating Snapple's iced tea. Do your family a favor, do yourself a favor, and get on the, what do you call it?
Snapple wagon.
The Snapple wagon. Thank you, Robin. Snapple.
Actually, the woman wasn't Jackie O at the time. She walked right past my father. She was just Jackie.
That's right. Jackie K.
My mother came home and said, you know, he walked out and left her there. And JFK left Jackie at the dinner.
Yeah, well, he had to go bang all those whores. He's something else, that JFK.
I don't believe they have a good marriage. He walked out and left her there.
And that son of his, boy, he got the same genetics. He's banging like crazy. At least he's not married. I read
Can
today.
you blame him?
When your dad, I bet you when your dad was at that dinner, JFK went over to your mom's house and was hitting on her. Did he try to sleep with your mother?
I don't think so.
You don't know. Who knows? You were young at the time.
Who knows?
It's possible, is right. So anyway, just to finish up, as long as we got into this. So the big finale would be when my father and sister would get together. This is the big rush. Because my sister could play piano.
Yeah, she actually took lessons and learned something.
Yeah, how she figured that out, I don't know. I never practiced. She always practiced.
Goofus and Gallant,
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah. And, you know, Daddy's little girl is going to now play a duet. And you hear right in the beginning, I try to get in on it. No, my father's got to ruin that too. I'm not allowed to talk.
You ready, Ellen? Go ahead. We're going to play that same song.
So wait a minute,
Shut up! Sit down! Go ahead.
There's
Now
your
you hear
mother.
that? There's my mother. That's it. Now you got the whole story.
Oh, boy.
I'm 7 years old.
What's wrong?
What's wrong with you? I talked. And my mother, instead of saying, what's wrong with you to my father, she'd say, what's wrong with you to me? So not only have I been told to shut up and sit down and been totally emasculated, but my mother goes, what's wrong with you?
You were ganged up on.
And if I try to answer the question, what's wrong with me? Isn't that a great question? What's wrong with you? Like, okay, how about if I answer that right now?
About this. I'm going to get real introspective right now.
What's wrong with you?
Let me see. Let me check.
Yeah. My parents asking me what's wrong with me. If they don't know. Like, and what was wrong with me? I was behaving like a 7-year-old?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong? But that's my mother's thing.
It really sounds like something's wrong with you.
I am convinced I saved their marriage. Because otherwise, my father would have been yelling at her, shut up, sit down. But instead, and then my mother, of course, should have said, Ben, what's wrong with you?
He's a 7-year-old.
He's 7 years old. He wants to say something. No. What's wrong with you to interrupt your father as he works out his number? Like this important duet. What could be so important? Who wouldn't want, you know what? I bet you what I had to say would have been a lot more interesting. What do you think I was trying to say?
I don't know. You probably wanted to be a part of this
Who
in
knows?
some way.
I probably wanted to leave for college. Oh, here it is.
When you keep your...
And boy, I'm sitting there quiet as a bedbug.
How could you not laugh?
Oh, you don't laugh around my father.
Oh, goodness.
He'll rip your skull out.
Oh, I wish I had been there.
And don't let the sun shining through.
Oh, my God.
Sun shining through.
Now, Ellen's playing the piano.
Yeah.
She can't even follow this.
No. She's in a panic because if my father gets too upset, he'll start screaming at me.
The end of each day, there's a golden sun.
What pipes?
The stars will be
shining too. This is the best part.
Wind, through the rain, and you'll never walk
Wait, the windows are going to break.
alone.
Even your father lost it.
Open your heart when you're...
My mother's in the background.
Oh,
You hear her?
I hear that,
You hear she's
yeah.
coaching him. The other soprano. She's coaching him, guiding him through it.
Oh my God!
I don't even know what she's playing there.
Yeah, it's her fault.
You know, I think I would have run away too. Oh my God!
I still get the shakes.
That's incredible.
Yeah, well, I think my dad would have had dinner with Kennedy.
He was no fun. Kennedy wouldn't have known how to order.
No. My in-laws don't know how to order, you know, and one time we went out to dinner with my in-laws and my dad, and oh boy, he had plenty to say afterwards.
Really?
Oh yeah. What's with them? They don't know how to order? You know, I used to watch TV and they had the Vietnam War on as I got older, and I said, you know, do they ever award the Purple Heart to children like me? I mean, I've been through it. Vietnam seems pretty easy compared to what was going on in my house.
You got your wounds and scars.
Yeah, right. At least you knew who the enemy was. Oh. Some say I'm still shell-shocked.
Yeah, you got that post-traumatic syndrome.
I think I do. I'm not kidding. All right, now I need to relax. Mind if I just listen to a short tape?
Just allow the mind to rest. Let the mind sink into a still deeper state of rest and peace. If any thoughts come that try and pull you from the here and now,
Daddy,
do not get involved with them.
Push them out.
Watch
Mommy?
them come and watch them go.
I do feel better after that guy talks to me.
But you can't say that that's a representation of what life was like.
No, not at all. I wish I had the rest of it on tape. That you don't understand. That was fun day.
Oh, God, it was worse.
That was the day that Dad took us in on the weekend for the big recording studio day. That was the kind of loose, hip fun day.
But you used to tell me that your father would take you into town to Radio City Music Hall to see movies.
Oh, yeah, that always turned out. I wish I only had a tape of that.
Come on, that
With
had
my
to be
flatulence problem.
Okay.
My dad, every Sunday, would, you know, take us somewhere for some entertainment, and then once in a while we'd get to go into the city, to Radio City Music Hall. Except I didn't like going into the city because I have a gas problem, and I don't like farting in front of people. So my dad would bring me in, and I would sit in the background, you know, sit in the back seat of the car and go, I'm very uncomfortable. And my mother would go, take him to a bathroom, take him to a bathroom. And my father would go, why don't you just deuce out? That's the way he used to say it. Why don't you just deuce out? I go, why don't you deuce out before we go on the trip? I go, it's not, I don't have to go to the bathroom, I just have gas. So my father goes, well, pass some gas in the car. Go not in front of everyone, I'm embarrassed. So then we'd be in the theater, and I'd be so uncomfortable, I couldn't sit in the seat at Radio City Music Hall. I'd be squirming, and my stomach would hurt, and I'd have stomach pains. My father would go, look, do what I do. During intermission, we'll stand up on the aisle, and I pass wind over there in the aisle. And then nobody knows who did it. It's in the aisle. I go, I can't do that. They're going to know it's me. It's embarrassing. It really stinks. And he couldn't understand why I couldn't pass wind in public. Like I was like a big fag or something.
He actually told you he goes out to the aisle. Passes wind.
Yeah, he always did. He had his secret.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Yeah, they'll blame it on someone else.
Oh, that's too wild.
Oh, that's priceless.
Oh, yeah. and then, so then we'd be going home, and I'd be in such pain, I'd be double over. My mother would get scared. So my dad had to pull over the car in the city and walk me to one of the bathrooms.
Yeah.
So he'd have my hand, he'd drag me by my hand, he'd go, oh, wait, come on, we'll go in the bathroom. We'd go in the bathroom, and then I'd stand at the urinal, and I had a little penis and everything. Even then, I just didn't like, I couldn't pee in front of my dad.
Oh.
I couldn't pee, and you have to pee to pass wind, and it was a whole ritual with me, and I just couldn't get anything done. And then he'd get me in the car, and he'd start yelling at me, go, he didn't do anything. My mother would go, did he solve the problem? And my father would go, he didn't do anything. He couldn't even pee. And he couldn't pass wind. I'd go, it's so, and I'd be in such, and then finally we'd get home, and then I'd be able to urinate and pass wind all I wanted. But I used to feel like it was like he walked a dog. You know what I mean? It was like that's exactly how it was. I had a problem, okay? It was like walking the dog right in the middle of Manhattan. Then they take me to Tad's Steakhouse. $1.49, all, big barbecue steak, French fries, baked potatoes. And I'd have the gas still from Radio City, and I'm eating.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my God. What a mess. I couldn't even enjoy a day out with my parents because of my gas.
And you still haven't solved the problem.
No, I haven't. When I drive home, when I eat my potatoes and turkey with you after the show, I have such gas pains afterwards, and I have to wait for you to leave. Then you leave and ask the guys, was I blasting them out yesterday? Hey, ask Scott. Scott recorded them. I was in the studio cutting commercials. Scott, bring in all my farting in the studio.
Oh, we got new material?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
I have a real flatulence problem.
And it causes you pain.
You got those farts on tape?
I have them on tape. I don't have them on cart yet.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Think you can get those carted up?
Sure.
I'll give you a commercial break. You got some time? Just do it real quick.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Quickly. Scott's got an important job, huh?
Recording farts.
Yeah. Making sure my every
What do
fart.
you do, Daddy?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm sure his kid asked.
Oh, Scott. I thought you were calling me Daddy for a minute. I thought you flipped your wig.
No.
Wow.
Come here, Daddy, give you a spanking.
I'm a good girl.
Yeah, you are. All right. Anyway, let me take a break, and then when we come back, let me talk about Ed McMahon, and then I'll take some phone calls.
All right.
All right. I want to talk about Ed McMahon and Doc Severinsen.
Okay.
You know who was telling me about it yesterday was Neil Drake. He's got one.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, he's wild for
Well,
it.
of course, Neil gets all the gadgets first.
That's why he's bankrupt. Jackie the Joke Man Martling, Thursday night, July 30th, at Governor's Comedy Shop in Levittown on Long Island. Go try and stump the Joke Man. Going to be a big show. Order your tickets now. For Dirty Jokes and to order his Polygram video live in concert, call the All Digital 516-922-WINE. Remember, 922-WINE is not a pay service. It's very important.
I don't know what that means. But...
Who cares? It means it's not like a 1-900 number. It's just Jackie's phone number hooked up to his house.
Well, you can tell that because you don't have to dial 900.
No. But he wants to point out that it's not a pay service, how generous he's being. And don't think Jackie hasn't tried to turn it into a pay service. It just got too complicated.
Bang my head against.
You're not kidding. I get 500 calls a day on there. Imagine if they were giving me
5,000.
5,000, thank you. I gave a lot of calls.
Has this impression changed, or is it me?
You're way up in the air. You should hear him.
You're
like
almost
that.
at the point only dogs can hear you
Yeah, right.
complaining.
I get. It sounds like an impression of me doing the impression of me.
I get 5,000 calls a day.
All right.
And I called the phone company. I try to get like 10 cents even. I can't get. Yeah. Anyway, where were we?
You said you wanted to talk about Doc Severinsen and Ed McMahon.
I got to tell you something. I've been thinking more and more about this whole Tonight Show versus Arsenio versus Johnny Carson versus this fat slob Ed McMahon, this blob, and this Doc Severinsen. The best way to sum up what they are doing by going on Arsenio Hall, these two slugs, it's called no class. No class. That's all you got to say. They're two no-class individuals. What Jay Leno ever did to them, what NBC ever did to them, you know that Ed McMahon is worth $80 million?
Now, who paid him that money?
Yeah, where do you think that came from? This Doc Severinsen, there's a billion musicians who could have stood there in stupid pink pants. This guy stood there like a wall for years and years and years. What Jay Leno ever did to him?
Why are they still acting like Johnny Carson attack dogs?
I don't know. They're like imbeciles. This Johnny Carson is a seriously disturbed man, if you ask me. He's got a real bug up his ass. Here's a guy now, he's had a tremendous life. He's in the waning years of life. What he should be doing is enjoying that young wife, Alexis.
As long as he can.
As long as he can get it up, give it to her. She looks like a beautiful woman. God bless her. I swear to God, I wish I could bang her every night of the week. And, in fact, she looks like a Linda Evans, like a young Linda Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. And this guy's had a tremendous life. He really, really has. He's been very fortunate.
Fortune has shined on him.
Yeah, and then, you talk about, Johnny's a genius and all this. I mean, let's be honest. Johnny's no genius. The guy who's a genius is, do you remember the guy who invented penicillin? That's a genius. Says, hey, look at that mold over there. I wonder if I mix that up in some kind of blender.
Could Johnny do that?
Yeah, can Johnny do that? Is Johnny a genius? Does Johnny deserve the Nobel Peace Prize? No. What Johnny deserves is his place in history as a guy who was a goofball on TV. And this is a seriously disturbed man that he should hold a hostility to Jay Leno because Jay fired his people. Johnny fired plenty of people in his life, but it's okay when Johnny fires. Johnny knows when it's time to fire people.
Johnny understands everything he does.
Johnny, of course, tried to fire Ed McMahon at one point. Believe me, he was auditioning different co-hosts. But, you know, and this Ed was treated like a douche, which he is anyway. But this Johnny had a tremendous career. What Jay Leno ever did to him. Oh, well, that's right. Jay didn't mention him on the first show. But who knows with Johnny? Are you supposed to mention him? Are you not supposed to mention him? Jay Leno is one of the nicest people in the world. He really is a nice guy. I got to say, he's a nice guy. A very nice guy.
Believe me, the tabloids are every day trying to dig up dirt on Jay. There is none.
There is none. There's a guy, goes home to his wife, likes to fix a car. He's very, very pleasant. I've seen this guy do student films for people. I mean, actually appear in them because they asked him to. He's a very gracious guy, this Jay Leno. And I'll tell you something. I'll bet you Jay treated Ed McMahon and Doc Severinsen like royalty when he worked with them or ran into them in the halls. I'm sure he was very, very reverent. More reverent than Johnny ever was. And probably Jay thanked them more than Johnny ever did his entire career. Somewhere along the line, in the millions of interviews that Jay Leno did to get the Tonight Show, somebody said, hey, what are you going to do for a band? Well, you know, maybe we'll get a younger band, maybe a little hipper or something, he might have said. Who even knows how he put it? But Doc Severinsen said, they say I'm not hip? So they all got this hostility to Jay Leno all of a sudden. These two kiss asses, all of a sudden, they're still carrying these stupid little grudges. And they go on the Arsenio Hall show, and that Doc Severinsen runs up and he kisses Arsenio.
Yeah, well, Ed kissed him, too.
Yeah, isn't that great? Hey, you're the guy, you're the one. I mean, why would they do that to this Jay Leno? What, the Tonight Show was so bad to them? NBC was so horrible to Ed? I mean, well, what is that? Ed had something to promote. Bob Costas has him on for 2 nights in a row, interviewing him. I mean, NBC was behind Ed. Probably flew his fat ass all over the country doing junkets and stuff.
So he could pick up different women.
Yeah. Big, fat, non-class, ungracious Ed. I was so appalled by what I saw. And nothing to do with Arsenio or anyone else, whether it was Arsenio or Dennis Miller or any of these guys. It is so appalling to think that that imbecile who stood there for 30 years, that Doc Severinsen, stood there like a brick, said one word each night, conducted some cockamamie orchestra, and, of course, they run right onto Arsenio, and they do that to Jay Leno. Yeah, this is the place to be now. We know where it's at. That's so non-class. It's just so Bush League. Two freaks. Doc Severinsen and Ed McMahon.
Well, I guess Johnny likes Arsenio.
Yeah.
Because Arsenio always paid reverence to him.
Who knows what's in Johnny's head?
And took off Johnny's last week.
Yeah.
Out of respect.
Yeah. Out of respect for the king. I hope Johnny gets some sort of cancer. You know how his scalp is always pink and with brown spots?
Yeah.
I hope that it turns out today he goes to the hospital, they find out that it's brain cancer. It's eaten out through his brain all these years has been cancerous, and it's going to now eat out through his skin. And I hope Alexa leaves him and marries me. Me and my wife.
You're becoming a Mormon.
Yeah. I'm going to take on 2 wives. I hope she marries Ed after Johnny's brain cancer. Sit there with Ed. Ed and Doc. She gets into a threesome with Ed and Doc. Right before Johnny dies, he learns of it. That's what I hope for him. Despicable man, and his 2 little pals there are despicable, and I'm not afraid to say it. And never mind Johnny. This Ed McMahon has no class whatsoever, and Doc Severinsen especially has no class. This guy Jay Leno is a real nice guy. And what do you got? What is that? What are you going to do? You want to see him fail that much? Ed, you haven't had everything life has to offer? You got to watch Jay Leno fail? Is that what you want? You want to contribute to his demise? So what? So you could sit there at 90 years old with your young girls and chuckle? What? The guy who deserved nothing in life gets everything. And what is it? You want to take the bread out of Jay Leno's mouth? You creep. NBC was that horrible to you? All I know is with all the years you're working on The Tonight Show, I saw you kissing the ass of NBC and every NBC executive, but now you're a big shot. 3 hard-ons, Johnny, Ed, and Doc. 3 biggest hard-ons, 3 bitterest men in the business.
Well, let's just remember, this is not the way to go out. This is not the gracious way to go out.
Oh, please. Gracious. Certainly isn't. It's just not classy. Ed McMahon is not classy at all. He's just slobby. He's uncomfortable to look at. I don't know what his talent is. And Doc Severinsen is just another musician. A gorilla could conduct that stupid orchestra. What do you think? What do you think he's doing something with that stupid trumpet? Wait, what did he reinvent the wheel? That dummy. And this Jay Leno, I wouldn't mind if Jay was a hard-on, but one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. Jesus, there's just nothing wrong with him. If there's anybody who doesn't behave like a jerk, it's Jay.
Maybe so nice it never occurred to him to bend over.
Yeah, and kiss,
and whack somebody's butt.
Yeah, because Jay doesn't ask anybody to sit and lather his ass every day. Maybe he forgot that he's supposed to lather every 30 seconds onto Johnny. And maybe because Jay actually has some talent and worked comedy clubs for years, working his way up to this point. Ed doesn't know about that. Doc doesn't know about it. Johnny certainly doesn't. Johnny's forgotten what it's like. Such a great humanitarian, Johnny. With that crying routine when his son died off the side of the cliff. That's such a phony action, I can't believe it. Why don't you spend some time with your kid when he's alive? That's why you're crying. You're guilt-ridden for crying out loud. Lay a few bucks on that first wife of yours. $13,000 a year. She's so dumb, she got out of that.
Well, she was punch drunk.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I'm surprised his son didn't jump off the cliff. Please. Phonies, that whole Hollywood. I'm so sick of it. They're all worried. That Jay Leno, such a lovely guy. That Johnny Carson, you got to get him now. You're going to teach him a lesson, boy. And when Johnny's got a grudge, watch out. He's so gracious, that Johnny. Couldn't be gracious to the guy. Such a little dickhead. Johnny. Hope he goes bankrupt. Hope he loses all his money. He's got to go out and work as a janitor somewhere. With that bald head. That monkey face. Looked like Tales from the Crypt. You know, I thought it was the Crypt Keeper the other night. I'm tuning HBO. I'm looking for Tales from the Crypt. I go, okay, we're on it, honey. I said to my wife, I love this show, HBO, Tales from the Crypt. The guy, the monsters. That's the skeleton who introduces everything. She goes, no, that's Johnny.
That's Channel 4, huh?
I go, honey, I'm in the media. I know Johnny from the Crypt Keeper on HBO.
That's Channel 4. That's not HBO.
I didn't realize that. You must have made the same mistake I did. No class. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm right. Damn it. You gotta know Jay Leno. I mean, I'm not saying he's Mother Teresa, but gee whiz, what did he do to Ed McMahon and Doc Severinsen to deserve that? I hope Jay's very successful. I really do.
I do too.
Yep, I really do.
Just so they don't get what they want.
Yeah. 3 old farts plotting the demise of The Tonight Show. Hello, Ed. It's okay to go on Arsenio and kiss him.
Tell him this is the place now.
Yeah, tell him that. Now, if anybody asks if I had anything to do with this, you say no. But between you and me, I've instigated all of it. And
probably, Ed, I'll have dinner with you if you go on.
Yeah, I'll let you shake my hand in public. And Doc, You tell Doc the same thing. Don't have him call my house. You just tell him to do the same thing.
He shouldn't have my number.
Such a fascinating man. Everyone wants to interview him. And well, Ed McMahon got the $200 for being on the Arsenio show. Made his 200, whatever it is, 300. Sold out for $300. Like that NBC was bad to him. If NBC's been good to anyone, it's certainly been Ed McMahon. The nerve of him. Old fool. It's just low class. You don't have to do stuff like that. How do you think Jay Leno feels? He's sitting there, they're all running over there, the old Tonight Show gang on the Arsenio show every minute, clowning around with the new king.
Yeah, well, it must mean something.
Yeah, and you know why that's done. That's done to slap Jay in the face. I mean, let's be honest. That's done to embarrass him and make him look like he's got nothing going on.
Yeah.
Like,
It's instead of passing the scepter to Jay, the king of late night.
He's endorsed Arsenio.
Is passing it to Arsenio.
I tell you what, Johnny, you get your ass on the Tonight Show tonight and you be Jay's guest. That'll be real classy. You get your ass right down there. Get off the tennis court.
Well, that's what I was thinking. A good 5-6 weeks after the show was on.
Of course.
For Johnny to make a return visit and to talk about what retirement is like.
You and those two idiot puppets of yours ought to go down there tonight and just apologize to Jay. Hey, Johnny. F*** you. And I mean it double twice. You know what I'm saying? Dickhead. No class in this business. That's why I don't kiss anyone's ass. I'd rather just rot here on radio than kiss anyone's ass. They can all kiss my ass. I told all these movie guys, if I got to line up in bed with half of these dopey agents and managers and everybody else, then leave me out of it.
That smarmy crew.
Yeah, let's make a clean deal. We'll write a good script and put out a movie. That's it. And we'll make money. Screw everybody and your so-called experts. There's too much jerks running around. Right, Johnny? You and that Doc and that Ed, the three of you should drown. Should all go out on Ed's boat, on his yacht, and drown. Like Gilligan's Island. Never hear from you again. And you know what? And all the women stranded on the island with you ought to be Mrs. Howell III. And then you all get so weak from hunger, you kill Ed and you eat him. All right? I got to take a break, Robin.
Okay, because I think you're a little overwhelmed.
A little overwhelmed. A little heated up. Need my relaxation tape. All right, we'll be back right after. Hello, you're on the air. Here we go. All right. You're on the air. New York. New York, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard?
Yeah.
How you doing? I'd like to know if you have a whole collage of the sound effects. Like the monthly snicker, the body thump.
Yes, Fred has a lot of sound effects, and I have a lot of sound effects, and we
Can you play them before you go on vacation?
You would like us to play all our sound effects?
Yeah.
All of them? I mean, we have thousands.
I mean, in a montage type of thing.
What would you like to hear?
The monthly snicker from your heartbreak.
All right, that's one of the sound effects that I control. If you want to know how we operate in here, I'm going to now give you a behind-the-scenes look.
You're going to get to look inside.
All right. I have another thing.
Well, sir, you just asked me for something.
Well, he can't play the sound effects and talk to you, too.
Yeah, give me a second, will you?
Okay.
He's
Hold on.
good. Come on.
Yeah. Like, for example, when you hear this one. I hear you. That's me. Fred, play one of your more famous sound effects. Yeah, that's the body drop. Body drop is Fred. That's something that Fred, if you hear that one, you know Fred's going what? If you hear this one, this is my, that one is me. Whenever you hear Bob Hope going grrr, that's me. And the what you like, the Max Cady laughter. I call it Max Cady from the movie. What movie is that, Robin?
What was that called?
Fear.
Cape
Fear.
Yeah.
That's the one you like?
Yeah,
that's
no,
me.
I mean the monthly snicker from your
Oh, the wheeze. The wheeze.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
That is also Howard.
Yeah, I control that one. That's right, Robin. I see you know a lot of the, who's working what, Robin?
Oh, I watch you too.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
That's my favorite.
Jackie's very lazy. He doesn't want to work any of the sound effects.
Jackie reads the paper.
Yeah, Jackie has to read the paper. There he goes. That's Fred. The Jackie going wild sound effect is Fred.
And all the Jackie laughs, aren't they, Fred?
Right. And every time Gary, the assorted Gary sound effects in the Baba Booies, that's Fred. that's Fred. Fred, go ahead. Work some of your magic. Go ahead. There's Fred. Fred is now painting.
Yes.
The gunshot.
Baba Booey.
You have no idea how the smile on Fred's face. This is so exciting.
Look, he's swinging that carousel around, boy. He's having a good time.
That's Fred. These are all of Fred's sound effects. Fred has the majority of them. Fred now in his element. Look at him. Wow. Paint. Continue to paint, Maestro.
And he knows where they are. This is very funny.
Nope, that's the fart. Now, by the way, I'm going to see now, farts Fred's in charge of. I have 2 new farts. I cut these yesterday.
Okay. That's
Literally.
very good. Very good the way you put that.
Fred, I'm going to hand these over to you, but let me just introduce them.
Please, break them in.
Oh, man.
I told you I was gassy.
Whoa.
Then I got this one.
It's like pursed lips.
Yeah, Gary
What
laughing.
is going on back there?
Is that wild? I was so gassy yesterday. I ate the potatoes and turkey, and I go back to cut commercials like 10 minutes later. That's why I can't be around you after I eat.
Thank you.
I am so gassy, and I'm in pain. You know what that?
You know what? I'm sticking around.
You know what that
From
feels
now
like?
on,
You know what that feels
I'm
like?
just gonna stay.
Do you know what that feels like in my stomach?
I can imagine.
It's such pressure.
But I'm just gonna stay, just to make you suffer. Because the moment I leave a room, forget about it.
Oh, that's it. I mark my territory. If it wasn't for my flatulence, Robin would be on the writing team.
Oh, goodness.
I blasted off the other day. We were riding, and Jackie was laying on the couch. So Fred goes, quick, let's get out of here. So Jackie just shifts on the couch. He just shifts his head away from my ass.
Really?
Yeah. He's
But
too
Jackie
lazy.
can take anything.
Yeah.
You could,
You have to get away from the main burst. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
you could actually just go to the bathroom in there, and Jackie
Yeah.
would stay.
Yeah. Especially if he's eating lunch. He doesn't want to
He
be
doesn't
disturbed.
want to move.
Yeah.
Howard,
Yeah.
when you do the news, can you do me a favor? Have heavy sound effects.
Today?
Yeah.
Depends
All right.
on the story.
But all right, you know what? We'll make an extra effort today,
All right,
okay?
can I-
For you.
One more thing?
Yes.
Can you ask Gary if he has the Lost in Space parody for next week and Best of?
Gary, do you have the Lost in Space parody on Best of for next week? We have a lot of good stuff. Maybe Gary wants to plug a few things, what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, that's basically Gary's territory.
Yeah, Gary's in charge of that.
I love you guys. Enjoy your vacation, all right?
Thanks.
Bye.
I'll be preparing the movie on vacation, by the way.
Oh,
How many times are you going to go see the movie?
twice. I'll wait for the video, really.
You're going
then
to
I'll
see it
repeat
twice
as many
more?
times as I can.
What do you mean you're going to wait for the video?
Oh,
That
you know, you
sucks.
put it at $24.95 and I'll buy it.
Oh, I see. That's pretty good.
But,
I'll
you
give it
know,
out as gifts.
if it's such a great movie, aren't you going to want to take friends?
Yeah, don't you want the experience of seeing me up on the big screen?
Yeah, but I like to go by myself, you know, because people laugh hard and then you can't hear the other jokes.
Oh, shut up. Gary, are you going to play the Lost in Space parody next
yeah,
week?
yeah,
you
we
are?
can-
That's on the list?
Yeah, that's
Put
on
it
the
on the list. I know it's not, but put it on there.
No, it is. I pulled.
Because this
a bunch of
jerk will
bits.
listen forever if he knows it's coming up, right? Okay. What else you got on that list?
Sting interview.
Yeah.
Dice Clay goes off on Richard Belzer.
Yeah.
Some great Grammys moments. Chasing Dr. Ruthbound.
Yeah,
Chasing
great,
Dr.
great,
Ruthbound.
great.
Marilyn Michaels scams Tom.
That was good.
Judy Tenuta loses it. And
Very
starts
good.
cursing
Go
like
ahead, keep going.
The Quincy Jones speech turned
Yes.
into a bit. Sam
Yes.
Kinnison's final appearance.
Sam Kinnison's final appearance, sir.
Wow.
Jay Leno's last in-studio appearance.
Yes.
Explaining how Robin and Penn got together.
Right.
You looking at Ginger Lynn naked. Pat Cooper yelling at Young MC and Bob Nelson.
Oh, that was a great one. The Bob Nelson one is great. What time is that going to play?
I
want that like 7 o'clock.
That's probably when it plays.
All right, very good. That's a great one. Thank you.
Hey, Howard, tell Belzer to read his own book, How to Be a Stand-Up.
All right, thank you.
See you here. Goodbye.
That's funny. He says Belzer should read his own book. His book is called How to Be a Stand-Up Comedian. Belzer get a few pointers.
That's a good joke. I hope Belzer would appreciate it.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we should start news. If you want, I'll give you the Larry King montage to open up the newscast with.
Okay.
All
Is
right.
that Captain Jenks with Larry King?
There's various people all sending it in, and I decided to montage them.
I'd love to hear it.
All right. Right after these words. No, that Doc and Ed should have picked up the phone and called Jay and said, you know, Arsenio offered us a slot on his show. Yeah, what do you think we should do? That's what the way they used to ask Johnny. What do you think of that? Out of a little respect for the Tonight Show and the living that it afforded them, the lifestyle. Sorry, Robin. We're supposed to have Sam Kinnison's widow call in, Malika.
Uh-huh.
But she was out late last night. We just got a call from Sabrina, her sister. Obviously, they are working together again.
Well, yes, you know, Sabrina ran to her side as soon as...
Sam died.
Yeah, she suffered this great tragedy, and it seems that Malika is still in mourning.
No, it seems that Malika was out all morning. And, she was working on something. She's unable to call in, but maybe when we get back from vacation.
She's working?
Gary said she was doing some video last night.
Yeah?
Or something. I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know what she was doing. Gary ran out of here. But you remember the two sisters had a falling out when Sam came in and told Malika that he was making love to her sister.
Right.
Of course, Malika didn't leave Sam. She left her sister.
Right. Which shows you blood is thicker than water.
Damn right. What is Malika working on? Some video?
She's working on her demo video.
Demo video?
But Sabrina didn't say what for.
Oh, demo video.
Yeah.
What, is she doing stand-up now? I don't know.
Hey, maybe. You never know. Sometimes, you know, when you lose somebody, it drives you to new heights. Well, anyway, we'll find out eventually. Which was out late doing the demo video, huh?
This is, you know, it's like the third time I booked her and she couldn't get her on.
Yeah. Sam would be easier to get on at this point.
We had an easier time with him.
Yeah. All right, you want to hear the Larry King montage?
Yes.
All right, these are the various phone calls. This is one I don't think I ever heard, actually, this first one. It's a panel of people on Larry King talking about Stuttering John.
Really?
The news conference atmosphere today was a circus. I will not mention specifically whom this person was affiliated, but there was a buffoon in the audience calling out salacious questions, which rendered the whole thing down to the level of a circus. And unfortunately, that individual was carrying a New York City Police Department working press card. And they need to screen who gets into these things more carefully because it reduced the whole level of the news conference and forced Ms. Flowers' attorney to cut short the news conference. And that was not fair to the governor or to Ms. Flowers.
By the way, I'll say who the buffoon is. I don't care. It's the world-famous Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show. Yeah. So
that, if he were there, that's, even Cindy will say that's bizarre.
You know what? You know what's amazing about that? All those imbeciles who at first were... Now it's cool to say what he did was good because once the heavyweights, like that guy on Sunday Morning, McLaughlin and all of them said it was good, that, of course, the press conference was ridiculous. You heard this report, he's like, forcing Miss Flowers, like Miss Flowers is anybody. Like, who the hell is Miss Flowers? I spread my legs for Bill Clinton, therefore I should be treated like I'm the President of the United States.
Well, he's running for president. Doesn't that make me something?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, somehow. And then the reporters, of course, are like robots. They don't even think what they're up to. Forcing Miss Flowers to end the press conference early. She's got a big copy of the Star magazine on the stage with her blown up. It's a total commercial for the stupid article.
And they're going right along with the whole program.
But as soon as John McLaughlin and a couple other people tell them what to think, then they all change their opinion. But that's, you know, Larry. I won't even mention this individual's name, what show he's associated with. We couldn't stand that her exploitation was cut short.
Carbondale, Pennsylvania, with Donny Osmond. Hello.
Yes, Donnie. I would like to ask you, with the comeback of the Partridge Family and all, what do you think of Howard Stern?
You ever hear of him?
Oh, Howard Stern, yeah, I don't really listen to him so I don't really know how to respond to the question. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
We continue to set a record of having so few people know who this person is. This is the all-time record for the least known person. I've heard of him, and I've heard he's been on the show once, but I haven't seen him in years.
Larry, again, not knowing what to say.
We'll be with you for another 15 minutes taking your calls. Durham, North
C-SPAN.
Carolina is next. Good evening.
Good evening. I'd like to know what the representative thinks of Howard Stern.
I have not heard Howard Stern in a long, long time. In fact, I haven't heard him, I think, since he's had his syndicated program. I think Howard Stern provokes a lot of thought. I disagree with his philosophy and his expressions, but he does get people to thinking, and I'm glad he gets as many people thinking who are opposed to him as he does who are with him.
Annandale, Virginia, hello.
Yes, hi, Robert Conrad. I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
And I'm wondering, after so excellently portraying the Rose G. Gordon Liddy, would the next logical step for you be for you to portray the legendary Bob Abui?
I guess so. Why not?
Why
The
not?
money's good and the money's right. You know, I'll put him on my shoulder.
Cincinnati, hello.
The legendary Baba Booey. Yeah, after you portray G. Gordon Liddy, what about Baba Booey? You're right.
Think of Howard Stern.
I didn't hear the name, sir. I'm sorry. We're having a what line? Iona, California. I didn't hear the name, sir. Hello.
Precedent this sets. Could a child, for instance, decide to live with Howard Stern?
I have no idea who you're talking about. And we go to Orlando, Florida. First call, rated sick.
Yes, I'd like to ask Mr. Lewis if he would support the nomination of Howard Stern.
Nomination for what?
I suspect it's for president. We'll let that
Right.
comment go. Did you look at all of
Honesdale, Pennsylvania. Go ahead.
Yes, Ms. West, I'd like to ask you, great book, by the way. I want to congratulate you on that. I want to ask you, with the economy in the shape that it's in, does Ross Perot seem to be the likely candidate for the presidency, being a business advocate, or would Howard Stern look better?
I would think, Ross Perot saying that he can do something about the economy, and he's proved that he's a good businessman.
What about Howard
This
Stern?
would help him.
Pennsauken, New Jersey. Hello.
Yes, I'd like to ask Mr. Schwartz or Mrs. Duncan why they didn't consult Howard Stern.
Sorry, Doug. I have no idea what that is. To Albuquerque, New Mexico. Beverly Hills, California. Hello.
Hello. I applaud your efforts to renew your ties with your sons, Mac and Zach.
Thank you.
And what message are you trying to send to children? I'm a victim of a wealthy family having a divorce. And what message would you like to send to Howard Stern?
To whom?
No, I didn't catch the name.
I think that children of divorce, though, the biggest message is that you have got to give the children permission to love both parents.
The reason we cut that call about Mr. Stern is Roxanne.
didn't hear it.
Roxanne is not a psychiatrist. Orlando, Florida. Hello.
Yeah.
Guess who just woke up?
Who?
Malika.
Oh, Malika. Okay. Malika?
Yes.
It's Howard. You're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
How you doing?
Fine. Just woke up.
And what is this? You're on the air, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And what is this? You're cutting a demo?
Cutting a demo.
Yeah, that's what...
Sabrina said you were working on your video demo?
Oh, no. We did a photo shoot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you doing these days? You back to modeling and stuff?
No. I'm not doing anything right now.
What do you mean a photo shoot?
Some headshots and stuff. That's it.
Oh, you're just putting a portfolio together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, how you doing?
Hi, Robin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, what's going
My
on?
voice is very hoarse.
Did you guys settle off Sam's estate and everything? Is everything all set?
No. Are you saying Sam's estate?
Yeah, Sam's estate.
I can hardly hear you.
Oh.
No, are you saying about the house and stuff?
Yeah, have you guys gotten that all together yet?
No, it's like the IRS and everybody's after that.
Yeah.
And plus, not just only the IRS, but other people.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Get in line.
Yeah. Big
I know.
lineup.
There's not much left to take.
Oh, boy.
And what else is going on in your life? Are you, I don't know You're back with Sabrina?
Of course, she's my sister.
Right, so you guys are back, you guys made up,
Yeah.
and all's forgiven. Have you heard from anybody since, after the funeral and all that? I mean, is everyone still, being friendly?
Yeah, everybody's been very supportive. But,
See, Sam's
it
estate.
depends on what you're talking about, though.
Sam's estate was in such a disarray that.
Did Sam actually have a will?
Yeah, you know, when it comes to a will, you can actually wipe your ass with it.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Like go in a will, you can actually wipe it like toilet paper.
Oh, I see.
Oh, dear.
I mean, Sam had a will, but he owed so much money at the end that there was nothing left to get.
It really isn't.
It is kind of
If
sad.
there was, everybody took it.
Oh, boy.
You're kidding. What do you mean everybody?
Yes, I'm not. I'm not kidding.
They
Yes,
took
did
everything that
take
wasn't nailed down, huh?
Now, what was that I read? That Sam used to, like, keep money not in the bank, but he'd keep it underneath his bed and stuff? So that you guys... So I don't know, so a bunch of people went over and started, like,
They were
ransacking?
digging
And wasn't the IRS digging in the backyard and everything? What was that all about?
I would have a hoe if I knew that. I'd have a bulldozer back there.
So you didn't dig up any...
I wish.
You know, you're still a young woman. You're
No, there's nothing back in the backyard or anything like that.
You
No.
still have needs, you know.
Excuse me?
You still have needs.
Oh yeah.
You know that.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at that picture. There was a picture on the cover of Newsday with you and Sam. You had this low-cut top on with the breasts and the whole thing.
Did you ever see that picture?
No.
Oh,
it was that
beautiful.
cowboy picture.
I wanted to console you right then and there. Let me tell you that. You know, you're going to have to start dating at some point.
Oh, Howard, is that something to bring up now?
No, of course it is. But Malika doesn't care if I bring that up. At some point you do it. At some point she should go back to being with guys.
At some point, yes.
Am I right, Malika?
Well, I'm not going to wear black for a long time.
Right. I mean, she's a young woman. You know
Oh,
Malika.
red
They lived a fast and loose life.
Well, this is true. It won't take her that long, but I still think it's still a
nobody's
little.
ever going to fill Sam's shoes.
Me and Robin did this thing where we contacted Sam on the Ouija board. And I said to Sam, I mean, all I can tell you is we got answers. I don't know who was on the Ouija board. But I said, would you mind if I dated Malika? And he said, yes. And then I said, is it all right if she remarries? And he said, yes.
Howard, are you going to tell me what you do with my life? Because I'm so misdirected right now.
You are? I could help you.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Wonder what you're going to do.
I don't know.
What are you going to do?
I miss Sam a lot.
What?
I miss Sam a lot.
Yeah, I mean, because Malika's whole life was tied up with Sam.
That's right. They were together constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, now the reality hits. It's months later, and it's like, well, Jesus. This
He's
is
not here.
He's not here. I got to sort of...
I've been home every day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys were very good friends with him, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think about him all the time.
I do, too, yes.
Yeah, I always think about Sam.
Weird.
Yeah. It's like, it's a shock to me. It's like I feel like half of me is gone.
You know what'll happen? Listen, you're still a beautiful young woman. You know what's going to happen. Eventually, you will meet a guy. And
Well, I mean, I know they're
Sam
out
will
there.
Sam will always be in your mind.
He'll be very special.
But you're gonna have to, you know who she'd be good with? Dave Walrus Hawthorne. He's single.
No.
Comic.
Don't have Howard fix you up.
No more comics.
Don't have Howard fix you up.
But although Malika might go to women, you go both ways.
Well, that's true.
That's right.
Maybe she'll find a great female comedian.
Right. Sandra Bernhard. Hey, what about Sandra Bernhard? Boy, Malika and Sandra in bed. I'd love to see that. Ooh.
And then you can still come up and visit us.
Yeah, you can bring Sandra.
What?
Tell you and Sandra. Be wild. Ooh, I'd love to see that. Well, nobody
You'd
please.
like to see it.
Yes, I would. Nobody.
I know how
no.
you are. You'd like to see anything like that.
Nobody please Sam more than. What are you wearing right now?
I'll just take your hair, Howard,
You just
and I'll ride it.
really. Ooh.
Your hair looks so good. I saw you on television.
Oh, you saw me on Letterman?
Yeah.
You watched that?
No, not a Letterman. It was your show that you have.
Yeah, my hair looked good.
Yeah.
Tell you, if I was single, I would step in and take over where Sam left off. I would do that as if I would take care of Malika. I'd have her move in.
Oh, really? You
Why
just
not?
move right in there.
Malika knows how to have fun. She knows how to treat a man right.
Well, she would do anything to please.
You're not kidding. Remember that time
I hardly hear you.
Remember that time you guys called me? And Sam had his... In fact, we're going to play that on Best Of when Sam had his final dream come true.
Which one was that?
That was it was you, Sam, and some other girl was in bed, and you guys called me from the bedroom. Let me tell you something.
Well, he definitely had fun when he was here.
The best thing Sam had in his life was you.
Yeah.
You were his best playmate.
You ain't kidding.
Playmate of the month. What month was it?
That's right. He had his own personal
He had a
playmate.
playmate at home.
31 flavors.
You know what? When you're ready, I'll put you on Dial-A-Date.
Dial-A-Date?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not that desperate.
That's what she needs, though.
She doesn't need Dial-A-Date.
She needs a good man.
Well, then she doesn't need Dial-A-Date.
Who would Sam want more than anyone to set up his wife, his,
Oh, to set her up?
his widow? Who would Sam want more than me overlooking the process, the selection process?
Dial-A-Date.
Dial-A-Date.
Well,
Thanks, Howard.
No, well, think about it. What if I found you a really good guy, like some rich dude who could take care of you?
Rich dude. Well, like I said, nobody could really fill Sam's shoes. Oh my God, he did everything.
Let me tell you something. Fred met his fiancée on the air here. He did. Fred met his fiancée on the air.
Really?
What are you wearing right now?
What am I wearing?
Yeah. Right now. Nothing.
I have a mask on my face.
Now, come on. What are you wearing?
Nothing.
You're nude?
I have underwear on.
That's it?
Yeah.
No bra?
Howard?
You don't have a bra on right now?
No. Do you sleep?
Do I sleep in a bra? Yes. Can you imagine me sleeping in a bra, Robin?
Do you?
Yeah.
I believe it.
You just have.
Sleep in a bra.
What do you have on right now? Panties?
No.
Yeah.
What, the G-string kind?
You're trying to visualize it?
Yeah. What are you wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Jeez.
Yeah, with polka dots.
Oh.
I'm joking. They're black.
Did Carl LeBeau make a move on you yet?
All the time.
Really?
I think he's trying to fill Sam's shoes. Not.
What about Bill? Has he been in touch?
No, we don't talk.
You and Bill don't talk?
No.
You and Bill Kinnison?
No.
What happened?
I don't know.
You guys mad at each other?
I don't know.
Why?
There's nothing.
There's nothing to talk about.
Huh?
There's nothing to talk about.
No, there isn't, really.
Was that article, what magazine was that in? The Star?
The Inquirer
I
or
gave you,
something.
Where they said you had to come forward and to speak because you wanted to stop all the vicious things people were saying, that you were just a gold digger and stuff?
A gold digger, yeah.
Yeah.
I also have a plow in the back of it.
Yeah, you were actually digging for gold.
Huh?
You weren't a gold digger. I don't feel that Malika was a gold digger.
Not at
I
all.
would have been gone a long time ago.
I think she truly loved Sam Kinison.
Absolutely. I never doubted it.
Me neither. Anybody who knew them knew that she loved him.
Oh, if I hang up the phone, you're going to say something bad about me, aren't you?
No.
We will try to restrain ourselves.
If I was going to say something bad, I'd say it to your face. If I was going to say something bad, I'd say it to your face.
Yeah, but you're not looking at me right now.
That's true. No, but I'm saying I never felt.
Huh?
I didn't feel that. Listen,
Well, you got to say, when we first met the whole crew,
yeah,
that had to cross our minds.
it did cross my mind that you might be there for the money. You know, this beautiful young woman and, Sam.
It looked like a little bit of a mismatch.
But Malika is wild, Sam was wild, and they fit together like a two peas in a pod.
Or a hand in a glove.
So you and Bill, are you and Bill mad at each other?
Sam was,
Are you
double that.
Are you and Bill mad at each other because the family accused you of being a gold digger?
Wait, hold on. What?
Are you and Bill mad at each other because the family accused you of being a gold digger?
No, we're not mad at each other.
You just don't talk.
Yeah, because there's nothing to say, and we don't have communication with each other. And I guess that's the whole thing. We don't have communication.
You weren't friends even before, huh?
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I mean, the family really didn't like me marrying Sam anyway.
Oh.
But,
well, that's true.
That's a shame.
Excuse me?
I said it's a shame because I know that really made him happy.
Yeah, well, I married Sam, not his family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say, when you marry the guy, you marry his family.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
A lot of times that's a real drawback.
Yeah.
Make you think.
I know. Sometimes I say that to my wife. I didn't realize I married your whole family. I got him coming here every other week.
And you can't say no.
But let me tell you something, Malika.
What?
If I had been single, like if I was a single guy, I would have come out there and comforted you.
Would you?
In a big way.
In a big way.
We would have I really would have felt that was my responsibility.
Oh, Howard, that's nice.
I just can't do that kind of thing. You know my wife, she's so damn jealous.
Oh, your wife is very nice.
If your back was sore, I would have rubbed it. You know what I mean? Anything you needed.
If my back was sore, you rub it?
Probably would have ended up making love.
Huh?
Which would have been wrong because, you know, it would have been right after the funeral.
Yeah, you'd have been like that guy in Ghost hitting on
Yeah,
Demi Moore.
and Sam would be watching. Now, there's a movie. Ghost 2. Howard Stern, Malika, and Sam Kinison.
Oh, boy.
Well, you know, I love talking to both of you, and thank you for all the condolences. And Sam loves you guys so much.
When you're ready to start dating again, you call me. You call me,
Set me up.
and I'll set you up.
Okay.
All right.
I'll dial a date.
I want you to play Dial-A-Date,
Okay.
and you'll pick the guys.
I'll pick the guy. No.
Because I feel I should be responsible. I should be part of the selection process.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thanks, Howard.
All right, Malika.
Bye, Robin.
Bye-bye.
Check in with us again.
Okay. Bye.
It'll be a supervised date. Thank you. She's using one of those portable phones.
Yeah. That's why she was having trouble hearing.
Let's take a break and we'll do the news, Robin. Be back right after these words. You know, talking to Malika, it's got to be amazing. Like, for 3 years, you're living this incredible lifestyle with one of the country's top comics.
Could have been longer than that.
Yeah, maybe it was 5 or 6. You know what?
I'm trying to remember.
Gee, we met Sam a long time ago, and Malika was with him. You know us, we can't keep track of years. But this incredible lifestyle that he had, and, you know, having been to his home, one of several, it's a tremendously exciting life, and then all of a sudden, the guy dies. She put in a lot of years with him, actually, and the guy dies and doesn't have anything left for his wife.
She had no parachute, so to speak.
Yeah, it's got to be very
it wasn't
strange.
like a big hunk of money to, like, taper off.
I mean, what do you do? Like, where do I live? What do I do? I mean, I got to go get a career, you know? It's got to be strange. And, you know, this whole gold digger concept I love because she spent a lot of years with him, made the guy real happy. And is it any different than the girl growing up on Long Island who marries a doctor? Is she a gold digger? I don't know. I mean, you know.
Mutual. Totally mutual.
It's mutual. She's pretty. He's a doctor. She marries him.
They both brought something to the table.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, that whole concept of gold digger. But I know he was happy with her. No two ways about it. I mean, he didn't stay with someone if he was unhappy. He just didn't. Robin back from the can.
I was not in the can.
Where were you?
Trying to take care of your staff.
What do they do now?
Oh, they're all out there in a tizzy.
What is a tizzy? What'd you do?
John has like a major problem going on.
What is his problem? Stuttering John?
Yeah.
What is his problem?
I don't know what his problems are. I said either
John, get in here.
He wants to talk to you or don't talk to you. Just leave me alone while I'm
Get
doing
in
the
here.
show.
Is he bothering you with that? Get in here. Get in here, you nincompoop. So he corralled you out in the hall?
Well, he's been like looking at me with little doe eyes all day.
Oh, he's got a problem.
Like he's going to cry. So I said, what the heck is going on?
Yeah. Listen, you're supposed to be doing the show in here. She's out in the hall doing a better show. I think you give more sometimes out in the hall than you do in here.
Oh, well, if you would get a sane staff, I wouldn't have this.
John, get in here.
Now he's not going to talk to you.
Where is he?
Drag him in here, Jaggy. Yeah, hilarious. What is your problem? Why are you bothering my people?
Hero of the stupid.
It's just a very difficult situation right now for me.
Stuttering John has a difficult situation? What is your problem? Do you want to talk to me about something?
Yeah, well, I guess.
This woman made a mistake.
That's all.
I'm sorry. Maybe I should just tell you something off the air, then you can decide if you want.
Let me tell you something. If I was single, I would ask the zookeeper's wife out on a date. What do you think of that?
Really?
Oh, you damn right I would.
That woman's coming into a lot of money, isn't she?
That's right. She's going to clean him out, but good. And I say, go to it, honey. Anyway, what is your problem?
Maybe I should talk. Maybe I should just talk to you off the air about it.
Well, off the air, I'm not going to talk to you at all.
Why?
Because I'm not interested. What is your problem? Why are you bothering Robin in the halls?
Well, I'm not bothering her. She just gets bothered by me.
What is
actually,
wrong?
it shouldn't be a problem.
It's amazing how you pick up on his moods. I'm with him every morning. I don't
You
pick
don't
up on
notice
any of it.
this.
I wouldn't know if he's happy or sad. You're an amazing woman. I don't want you looking at him that
I
closely.
can't look at him because then I see those eyes.
I don't know if I'm happy or sad either. That's the problem.
What is wrong?
What do you think? Should I tell
Go
him?
ahead.
All right. You ready for this?
You don't even know what it is.
Yeah, what is it? Yes. Yes.
I'm signing with Atlantic Records.
Yeah, so what? So how could you be sad?
See?
What, you're upset that you're signing with Atlantic Records?
No, that's a good. Isn't that great? It makes me feel great.
What is he, a retard?
This is why I go crazy.
So
Howard.
Atlantic Records is willing to put out a record based on your association with me.
Oh, here we go. See?
Why could you be sad about that?
He knew all about it.
No, I didn't know anything about it. What do you mean I knew all about it?
He's out of his mind, Howard.
How would I know about it?
That was just a decent guess.
Well, you mean, is that what they're doing based on your association with me?
No, not based on your association with me.
Oh, they're doing it on your town?
Yes.
All right, yeah, so tell me about this, yes. So why are you upset?
I'd rather not talk about it on the air. There's certain things going on I'd rather not discuss.
What can he be
I
upset?
told him he has this wonderful announcement he wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
But for some reason, in his mind, it's a big problem. And so he can't get to, gee, Howard, look, I got a record contract without thinking of all these
Why
10
would that
million
be?
problems.
Why would that be
It's
a problem?
great. I'm ecstatic. I'm excited about it. You don't
Yeah,
understand.
so what's the problem?
I've been going 6 months with this.
John, the fact that you haven't gotten a record contract 2 years ago based on your association with me is amazing. You must be the biggest nincompoop in the world.
Actually,
You'll get more exposure than anybody. Yeah, so tell me what the problem is.
Well, I didn't go. Apparently, Robin, should I say this? I don't even know.
No, I don't. You know what? See, this is what I told you. I said to come in and make an announcement.
All right, look.
well, this is my-
You
All
can
all right.
never do that.
Here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Don't bother me about anything.
All right, you got
Ever.
it. You got it.
Go do a record, and good luck to you. What is it? He's got problems? How can
He's
you have a
always
problem?
got because he can't get anything straight.
Just go on. If I was you, I'd concentrate on making a good record.
I am.
Because I can't sell the record for you. You know
I don't
that.
want you to
It's
sell
got to
the
be good.
It's going to be good.
These
the record
people
sucks.
apparently appreciate what you do, right?
It's yes. It's
So
great
what's the
music.
problem
It's
here?
great music.
And why does everybody know about this but me?
So I wanted to surprise you.
No, don't surprise me ever again.
I thought it would be good for today.
Gary, did you know about this?
I just found out about it a couple days ago.
A couple of days ago, and I don't know about it.
John didn't tell me. I found out because I heard a rumor. And then I asked John about it. I found out from somebody. John didn't want to tell anybody. And then I said, John, I heard this
I was
rumor.
trying to
What's
keep it
going on?"
secret.
So then what is your problem?
I was trying to keep.
How could you have a problem about signing a
He
record?
doesn't have a problem. What John should be talking about is how he was over at Atlantic yesterday because I went with him, and how the chairman of the company, the chairman of Atlantic Records, came in and
Who
sat
is
there
that?
with John.
Who's that?
His name is Doug Morris.
Doug
He's
Morris.
co-chairman with Amit.
Yeah, Amit Ertegun. Yeah.
And how he came in and talked about what a big fan he is of John's and how psyched he was, and how Tunja Aram came in and how they opened up champagne and had a big party for signing John. How excited they were to have him.
That's what he was supposed to come in here and say, but he can't do that.
Let me tell you something. Number one, when you get a record contract due to my good graces, you tell me. You come and you tell me.
I want to tell you on the air, though. I thought you would like to do that.
Fine, you can tell me on the air.
That's what I was.
And don't go moping around here because you got a record contract.
I'm not moping.
Are you retarded?
No, I'm very ecstatic. I'm very happy about it. You don't
And stop
understand.
saying ecstatic.
I'm sorry.
I'm very ecstatic.
You know, see, I thought you'd be happy for me, but that's why
I am always happy for anybody who works with me and does well. Do you understand that?
Uh-huh.
I think Robin, who is closest to me, will tell you that.
Haven't I told you that?
Yes.
Why would I be unhappy for you?
I didn't think you would be unhappy.
Are you a nut?
Yes.
Yes.
Why would I be unhappy about it?
I don't know. I just.
What do you think? I'm afraid of losing you?
No.
Now you're locked in. If you leave, the Atlantic will throw you right out the door.
His success is dependent on
Exactly.
your
I would
success is
never
dependent
leave
on
you.
him.
That's right. So what is his problem?
What's the missing piece of the puzzle?
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. It'll never be.
It's John.
It's
That's
just
what it is.
But John should even tell you.
Well, I didn't know if I wanted to tell you today or wait till you to the vacation till you got back on Monday.
John, why is it such a heavy thing to tell me?
I didn't want you to find out before. You know, I was afraid you would find because Gary found out by accident.
Why does everybody afraid of me finding out? Why wouldn't you just? Why would I not be? Did I not make phone calls trying to get record guys to listen to your music?
I
so
agree.
why would you think? What is the matter with you? What kind of brains do you have?
I got a lot of brains.
You're still dopey.
No, I'm not.
No, you're dopey. You're a dopey guy.
All right. Well,
you got to know that about yourself. That you're stupid.
Well, I guess I am.
You are. I'm glad you finally realized that.
Why would somebody hide that from me? What am I going to do about it?
Nothing. I just wanted to tell you.
Oh, you're afraid I'm gonna do something to you?
No.
What was your fear?
It was just I just didn't know when I should tell you. I didn't know when.
What? Were you so mind blowing that you got a record contract? I couldn't imagine that someone didn't sign you years ago. Not because you got any talent, but because of me.
I have plenty of talent. That's the whole point. It was. I showed.
Atlantic Records can't get me to do a record, so they got to get somebody to do something. What is it?
It's just really funny. I mean, yesterday when they signed John, they had the chairman of the company, and they brought John into the guy's office.
Yeah.
And he's got this like big grand piano, and they took all these pictures with John and the A&R guy. It was like, this is like a big deal. Like, they took pictures with John like it was Jagger or something.
Right.
It was great. I mean, I went and showcased.
So there you go. Did you tell your parents?
Yeah.
Are they excited?
Yes, I called them last night. They didn't know about it either. I didn't even tell my parents. I didn't want to jinx anything. I'm very superstitious.
So you got it. So what are you nervous about? All right, get out of here. Just get out of here, please. You're stupid. You're dumb, and you're bothering Robin in the hall.
I'm not stupid. I'm really not
I'm busy
stupid.
in here doing a show. I'm waiting for Robin to show up and do the news.
And he's got me a closed-door session.
Well, what's his problem? And
He
don't let me.
doesn't know what to do about anything.
What don't you know what to do? Go and record the album.
I'm going to record the album. Don't worry about it. It's going to be great.
I know what your problem is. The losers that you're with, do you dump them or you keep them? Is that your problem?
No, that's already been...
All right, good. Get out of here. Yeah, all right. I know exactly your problem. Now you got signed. Now you're going to go looking for a band.
I know.
I got this guy all figured out. You don't have to tell me anything.
The president of Atlantic and his sons, Doug Morris and Walter...
What I would do if I was you, write the stupid songs that you have, and let them bring in session musicians to record with you. That's what I would do.
Be a solo artist.
No, they actually really like my songs.
Just...
You know, you played that one song called "Love on the Air," and I got calls from a whole bunch of different record companies. And then after that,
and by the way, to my friends Pig Vomit, the band out in the Bronx, I heard you just leapt off a lid. I heard you went right over the side of the mountain. About 5,000 bands.
Climbing a bridge now.
About 5,000 bands applying for internships here now.
They're bungee jumping without the cord.
Right.
Can I tell you something? After John took those pictures and did his whole thing, they brought him down the hall.
Yeah.
And they got, listen, you have to tell you this, they got all the marketing people at Atlantic. I'm talking about they crammed 20 people into a room.
Yeah.
And John had to get up like it was his high school book report.
Yeah.
And explain what he's all about. And they were already...
Nobody taped that.
And wait a second. And they were already hurling...
That's the album.
See, that's what they're keeping from us.
And they're already...
We don't know about
those dopes at Atlantic wouldn't know what to do. In between music cuts, you play that. John explaining what he's all about. But they missed it.
But wait, there were 20 people in this room, and they were already like throwing out ideas, just brainstorming about how they're going to market John. Like they're already ready to go with him.
Jesus. My buddy D. Snyder's at the Briar Patch tomorrow, and Stuttering John over at Atlantic Records.
It's his time, huh?
There you go. Well, it's his time to rise. John?
I'm going to put out a great record.
What you got to do now is...
And I just want to say that I thank you very much.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, really Porky. Porky Pig, ladies and gentlemen.
He is earning that album deal with every
He sure is. Listen, we're only happy for you on this show. You know that.
I just
we like you.
Sometimes I don't do things in the right way, and I'm afraid.
How about never?
Make sure you handle yourself the right way.
Oh, I will.
How about never? You never have handled yourself in the right way.
Come to me before you do anything from now on.
Yeah.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Well, very good. I'm very proud of you.
So I just didn't know when I should tell you. It was either tell you today or wait till when you get back from vacation. And then I was afraid that how Gary found out by accident, you'd find out. Then it wouldn't be a surprise. So when
Gary got up at Atlantic, did he stutter the whole? I mean, not Gary. When John got up at Atlantic, did he stutter the whole time?
Not so bad. Not like he's doing now. And then a couple of the guys started accusing him, faking it.
No.
As soon as they do that, then I just concentrate so hard to not stutter, and then I stutter.
Right. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, thank you for making that announcement.
What a fabulous announcement. Well, when will the album be out?
Well, we're going to start the next 2 weeks now. I'll be recording a whole bunch of new songs, and then we're going to, we'll choose the best selections for the record.
They were throwing around some names yesterday for potential producers because, the albums now, in the old days...
Well, I know who John threw out. I want Mutt Lange.
No. In the old days, one guy would produce a record. Now the cool thing is you get like
nine producers,
and they were throwing out some names that were pretty big.
Yeah, like who?
Rick Rubin, maybe.
Rick just produced the Jagger solo record. Everyone says it's going to be great. That's what they tell him.
Rick Rubin.
Andy Wallace. I had dinner with Andy Wallace.
Who is Andy Wallace?
He's the guy who produced the Nirvana album, and I had dinner with him. And sat with his kids and sang Christmas carols all night.
Yeah.
And he said that he would be glad to help me out.
Sure, he'd be glad. He's going to get paid.
Well, Andy Wallace is a big name now.
Andy Wallace can't wait to have your album come out.
I was going to ask.
I don't. By the way, Robin.
Yes.
Now that the announcement is out, this big announcement.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bothered about this at all.
Good.
You're not going to be bothered.
I don't want to be bothered.
So I guess asking you to shoot the videos out of the
right.
question.
That's right. Goodbye. Good night. Go get Andy Wallace to shoot it. All right. That's it. You're done, rock star. Now you got it. Now this will be a test of your talent.
Exactly.
There's no way I can make a hit song for you.
You don't have to.
You got to go make the hit song.
I'm all prepared.
I don't care. It's just like me. I'm making a movie. It's still got to be a good movie.
It's got to be
good.
That? Yeah, I understand.
You understand that?
I do.
We can get you through the door.
I got you the record deal. Now go and make a record. If you got any talent, we'll see. If not, you'll be a bum again.
What do you mean? I'm gonna stay here.
That sounds like a confident man. All right, now go ahead.
I mean, watch it. I mean, this is another dream of mine. So I'm not gonna.
Okay, all right. Well, hopefully you'll make some money with this record.
Hopefully
so that you can continue to work free here.
That's fine though.
Yeah, okay.
I will.
This poor guy's whole career is tied into this whole show. He'll be Madonna, as big as that, and he'll still be working here.
I will. I'll still be. I love it. I really enjoy what I do. Like last night, I went to into the Ritz, totally smuggled my way in.
Right.
Got right next to George Michael. I mean, they would total. It's fun. It's like detective work.
Right. Okay. All right. What about that lawyer who wouldn't talk to you? Now I bet she's talking to you.
Michael Guido.
Is he talking to you now?
Guido.
All right, very good, John. Okay, Atlantic Records recording star John Melendez.
Yes, whatever his name is.
There it is. The future Bon Jovi. What's the name of the album? Let's Rock?
I was thinking about calling I don't know.
You better name that album Howard Stern if you want to sell any copies. All right, now get out of here.
I'm just going to call it Stuttering John.
Why can't I get rid of you?
Because I love you.
Stuttering John.
Stuttering Fool. There you go.
I want to thank Atlantic Records for thank God, maybe giving this guy a career, getting him out of here.
Can I thank a couple people? No.
Is it going to be the same people Gary thanked from his wedding? I get lectured for 3 hours?
I like to really thank Craig Kalman, who's the vice president of Atlantic over there. He's the one who discovered me and heard my tape. I mean, he's the one who dug my music, came to my showcase.
Ahead. Yeah.
And
did they give you upfront money?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a whole deal.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Right after the showcase, he came up to me and he said, "John, consider yourself signed," and that was about 4 months ago.
Wow, isn't that exciting?
That's a beautiful thing.
Fred, how does that make you feel?
I'm proud of him.
Are you proud of him?
I really am.
That's very good, John. Okay, John, can I get rid of you now? I want to do the news.
Can we
get
do
out
a
of here.
show now?
Can I do a show?
Yeah.
What else do you want me to do?
I just want to thank you and everybody.
All right, you thanked me. Now get out of here.
I can't stay at least until the commercial.
All right, take a commercial, then we'll come back and do the news. Oh, boy.
What? Told you the other part of the
Yeah. He's a mess. He did it all wrong. He did it all wrong.
But he doesn't ask. He just gets into these things.
Giant carpet. What am I doing? Snapple. Oh, Snapple? Oh, I'm sick. I'm sick for him how stupid he is. I am just so sick how stupid he is. Oh. That's my boy, Stuttering John, exactly backwards. You figure out you get a break and you do it backwards.
Well, he didn't want to tell anybody until the whole thing started to blow up.
Yeah. Giant Carpet is so great. This week you can save 25 to 50% off all BASF stain-resistant Zeftron nylon carpeting. Why is it that he has so little respect for me that he doesn't come in and discuss with me how he should handle his life?
Oh, he wasn't going to tell anybody. This was his big thing. He'd finally done something on his own, and
he
was
did
going to
beautiful.
handle it all by himself.
He did great. 60% off their best value rugs. What am I doing, giant carpet? Or I'm so upset by this.
Snapple.
What he just told me, I'm doing giant carpet. Freddie has told me 3 times to do Snapple. I'm still doing giant carpet.
Okay, do giant carpet.
That's how upset I am by him.
Do giant carpet. Oh, no.
Should I do giant carpet? Let me do giant carpet.
Do giant carpet.
Because I'm so upset I have to do giant carpet. Because giant carpet
We'll calm you down.
will calm me down.
You think of the nice plush carpeting.
How much more time till we go on vacation, Bob? I got to get away.
See.
I got to get out of the country.
It's only about a half an hour.
Where are you going to be? I'm going with you.
I'm going to a retreat.
I'm
gotta
going
get away
with
from
you.
People.
She's going to retreat. Well, you got those stupid relaxation tapes that don't seem to be working.
I'm going to sequester myself.
Half hour going. Half hour and counting. Half hour and counting. Rain Man, how much more time?
Half hour and counting. Half hour and counting. 29 minutes, 55 seconds.
Do me a favor and go to Giant Carpet. If you're going to buy carpet, go to Giant Carpet. Just do me that favor. I'm telling you, 5% at least they beat any competitor's price. 5%.
29 minutes and 30 seconds.
Thank you, Rain Man. Giant Carpet has one great price, including everything. Padding. Padding is free. Custom stairwork is free. Delivery is free. No hidden costs. Everything free. Lifetime guarantee. Giant Carpet. Sale ends
45 seconds.
Sorry, Rain Man.
28 minutes, 45 seconds.
Sale ends Wednesday, July 15th, 1992. Now, let me tell you something. Stuttering John got his one big shot. He made a deal with a record company. And he goes out and he negotiates the deal in a very ordinary way. I'm not saying that I don't know what his deal is. I don't want to know, but he goes to a record company lawyer who's going to look at him like Mick Jagger, Michael Bolton, like a recording star. He's not a recording star yet.
Mm-hmm.
The deal is being made with John because of his notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain price to signing somebody with that kind of notoriety and that kind of exposure from television and radio. There's a certain value to that. So he, of course, doesn't take advantage of that. He handles things in a very ordinary way. Goes out and he gets...
Like he's just a garage band that's been discovered.
That's just been discovered. But all right, look. Okay.
That's what he wants to do. He wanted to do it by himself. He didn't tell us about any of these showcases. He didn't tell us anything.
Yeah.
Nobody knew any of this stuff was going on.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
He's such a dope. Who did he ask for advice? His parents? I don't even think he went to them.
I have no clue. He said he just told his parents he was signed. I don't think he talked to them.
John, who did you ask for advice? Oh, does this make this story?
This is your child.
This story makes me sick. He's no child of mine. No child. I tell you, I got 2 lovely kids. I got kids who are brighter than him.
This is your son.
How did you? Why do you do what you do? Explain to me what you do.
What do you mean?
What are you doing? What are you doing in life?
I'm gonna be.
This could be your big. I hope the record's a big success. But
it's gonna be. A big
success. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out. Get out. I got to throw you out of here. I got to throw you out. You know what? You should just ask questions to celebrities. I saw that movie Batman. I wish I had tossed John off a bridge like the Penguins' parents did. Pee-wee and the other one.
Let him float away.
The only reason
go under a tunnel.
The only reason I hadn't discussed with you, I wanted to surprise you on the air.
Yeah, well, that's good. That was very good thought. He goes, but this is, I don't have to go to an agent for this. This is because I have, this is part of my recording career. I go, no. This is a contract. Whether you're selling apples, records, peanuts, Cracker Jacks, get out of here. Get out of here. You're so...
I got a good contract, trust me.
Okay, good. All right. I'm happy. Good. I'll talk to you off the air. Get in there.
You still don't want to direct the video?
No. Don't want to be involved with you.
All right, fine.
You're off. You're insane. Get out of here.
All right.
Go ahead. I'll talk to you off the air.
Okay.
Then Atlantic Records saw him coming. What's the name of the guy who signed you?
Howard,
what's the name of the guy who signed you?
It's a good deal.
Who's the guy who signed you?
Craig Kalman.
Craig, good going. You believe me, you're smart. All right. I'll see you.
All right.
All right. See that door? Walk out of it. I got to do the news.
You want me to hang out here for the news?
No.
He's going to be a guest on the show now.
I'll give some of my topical comments.
He's a rock star now. We should interview him, huh? Okay. Hey, I bet you get a lot of girls. Get out of here.
You know, man.
There he goes.
You know,
David Lee Melendez.
just, you know, it's
Get out, man.
All right, yeah, I'm
That's
going.
enough.
I'm sorry.
You don't know what you're doing. You're running around half cocked.
We'll see.
I'm a quarter cocked. Where were we, Robin? I got to put him out of my
we
mind.
Weren't anywhere.
I got to put him out of my mind.
He distracted me, and now he's distracted you. You can't do a show with John around.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's amazing.
He's an amazing guy.
Whew. Anyway, did you see Doc Severinsen on Arsenio?
You know, Robin, I did not. I just saw him coming out and kissing that Arsenio,
Yeah.
and I said, boy, oh boy, that Doc Severinsen, they should, what an ingrate. We'll be ashamed of himself. No class. Him and that Ed McMahon, no class.
Well, I'm just reading here in USA Today. It says, Arsenio Hall tried every which way to get Doc Severinsen to comment on tension between the Jay Leno and Johnny Carson camps.
Mm-hmm.
But the ex-Tonight Show bandleader smoothly avoided the issue during his Wednesday night appearance on Hall's show.
Isn't he gracious?
He said he hasn't had time to watch a whole Leno show.
No, he's busy. What an
And
insult.
Hall said to him, "You're a very slippery but classy interview."
No, he is a no classy interview. Imagine that guy on the Tonight Show, 30 years. Well, he's got a hostility to Jay Leno. How does that make Jay Leno feel? This Doc Severinsen became a millionaire. What, they treated him so badly there? And what, Jay was horrible to him? Didn't Doc used to work with Jay on the Tonight Show when Johnny wasn't there?
Sure.
What, Jay's such a bad human being that you humiliate him like that? What kind of freak are you? It's a perfect instrument for him, that trumpet, because he blows. Imagine he goes on there. This is the show, man. This is what's happening now.
Well, just imagine this. When asked later about the parts of Leno's show he has seen, Severinsen said, "I am not a critic, but it's clear they're in a shakedown period."
He's trying to hurt the Tonight Show, the very show that gave this guy a living. And Jay Leno must be a pretty horrible human being to Doc Severinsen. I'm sure Jay was horrible to Doc Severinsen. Ashamed of himself. No class guy. It's just a no class move. It's no, you know what? In the history of life, it'll be forgotten. But it is no, it just shows you the caliber. You know, Johnny gets up there every night with a monologue. He's making fun of politicians. Politicians suck. This one sucks. He sucks bigger than any politician, Johnny. With that
He
big
should have
bug
been a
up his
part
ass.
of his own monologue.
Yeah, Doc Severinsen became a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Ed McMahon, $80 million so he can go out and get young chippies. And they're on there blasting away Jay Leno. What's the bug up their ass? Ashamed of themselves. No class. There's no class anymore in the world. No loyalties. People suck.
Well, now you don't have to get down on all people.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, this is Johnny Carson's guy. How much money does he have in the bank? And he's still fighting these petty little battles. What a creep. Ed, Doc, don't go on the Tonight Show. Go on Jay. Go on Arsenio. And that,
No one was looking for them to do a show. They volunteered.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Arsenio, we want to do your show.
You bet. Instead of saying, hey, let's go on Jay and show him that, we all support him in this. What a mess those two are. Humpty and Dumpty. Putting the shiv. What, the Tonight Show treated them so bad? Jay Leno was a horrible human being? Of course that embarrasses Jay. You know what Jay feels like? He's trying to build a little momentum on his own. He's got all those old fools going on. Of course Jay would have loved to have interviewed those guys. Would have been great. Would have been great fun. What about being a little bit of a team player? Little bit. Ed McMahon sitting there with a yacht, young wives, big bloated fatso. Take a look at his first wife. That's what he could get on his own. Now he's with, I love you, Megan. Hey, I love you. I'll give you $80 million if you stay with me, Megan. I'm an old man. Attractive man, Ed McMahon, isn't he? He wonders why his wife is in bed with a cop. One wife he found her in bed with a cop.
Yeah, I think he walked in on her.
Cop. In bed with a cop. Of course, guy's her age.
Doesn't have $80 million, but...
Yeah. He's got to put a $100,000 bill hanging off his penis in order to get her. He's got, what is it? $80 million. I got $80 million. I'm going to die. A lonely old man. I love you. I love you. Arsenio, I want to slather your ass like I slathered Johnny. No class. Classless individual. Ed McMahon.
Well, let's get on to something more important.
Cup.
Oh, jeez.
Go ahead. Yeah.
The Democratic candidate Bill Clinton has announced his running mate.
It's Ed McMahon.
Nope, Tennessee Senator Albert Gore.
But to tell you something.
What does the Al stand for?
Albert. Albert Gore. Let me tell you about his wife, Tipper. Let's not forget who this woman is. Because now they're backpedaling. You know, it's just like, what a lovely woman.
A moderate now.
She goes, all I was saying is, if the rock lyrics are bad, I want to put a sticker on the albums. Now, listen to this. And you know how she got started? Listen to her BS story. Can't say the S word. Listen to her BS story, this Tipper Gore. She says, I'm sitting at home, and I bought a Prince album for my daughter. Her daughter's, meanwhile, 3 or something.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what she was. And it said on there, masturbation. Prince says masturbation. You think I'd vote for Bill Clinton with that retard wife of Albert Gore's hanging around? The record said masturbation. So what did she try to do? She starts a whole organization now for more censorship. Oh, I'm not for censorship. Of course you're for censorship. You mean to tell me a parent can't listen to a record first?
Yeah, she was supposed to. She got the record. She could have listened to it and decided whether she wanted her daughter to hear that or not. But she was sure out there that other parents weren't as good as she was.
Yeah, right.
She was worried. Had to parent the rest of the country.
Yeah. She has to parent the rest of the country.
That's what we'll have.
This bitch and a half, she's going to rule the world. I'll tell you something.
Mom and Dad.
She just lowered the average IQ on that ticket a quantum leap. I'm sorry, she disturbs me. And believe me, you know what? She finally calmed down when people got a little nervous about her.
Well, I think her husband calmed her down because she was about to destroy his career.
You get your woman under control. Ow. Ow. And I love it. They're the yuppie ticket. What do you call it?
Right, where they're both in their 40s.
Baby boomer.
The baby boomers. Gore was in Vietnam. Mind you, he didn't see any active, really, combat. He was a journalist.
He didn't kill one friggin' gook, Robin.
They're all saying, oh, well, he served in Vietnam.
Yeah.
6 months, he was writing on the sideline somewhere.
He wasn't in the jungle like the rest of us.
He wasn't out there seeing action, Howard.
I would have seen action. They wouldn't let me go. I was too young.
You'd have done anything to get out of your parents' clutches.
You're not kidding. I would have gone to Vietnam. I'm going to tell you something. What is it with Tipper Gore? She's afraid. What, she hears an album, the word masturbate. What is she afraid? She's going to start masturbating?
Did she run to her room at that point?
She ran into the room, started masturbating when she heard the album, and now she feels guilty, so she's going to make the rest of us suffer. Despicable woman. I despise her. And believe me, that's the nonsense we want to get out of with these Republicans. I got nothing against Bush except for all this stupid moral crap he's going through. He's going to tell us how to live. He's going to tell us when to get our abortions. I couldn't care if a woman got an abortion every day just to stay in practice.
Even if there's nothing in there.
This guy wasn't in the jungle with the gooks. Killing the gooks. There were plenty of guys in the jungle killing the gooks.
Yeah, they can be president. Why does it, another one of these, he's from Harvard, Clinton's from Yale.
Of course, he's in there writing. Another thing to come face to face with the enemy. You know what I'm talking about, Robin. You were in the service.
That's right. I did my time.
And I would have been in the service, but I was tied up.
Oh, goodness.
I would have been proud to serve.
Now everybody's commenting on what they think of the ticket, Howard.
Right.
Jesse Jackson says it's a bird with, two of the same wings.
I love this Jesse Jackson. Here's a guy, he's upset about the Republicans, allegedly. And the one hope for him and his black people are the Democrats. So what does he do? He does everything to sabotage the ticket. Same with that Cuomo.
Yeah, he's a lot of help.
He's got to be begged to talk at the Democratic convention. Got to be begged. Are you a Democrat or not? Go up there and help the ticket. Slather that man's ass. Don't you want a Democratic president, or what is it, Mario? You can't stand that you're not going to be the president. I got news for you. The Democrats aren't going to win. It's going to be George Bush or Perot. And I'll tell you one thing. If it was a choice between Clinton and Bush and no Perot, I'd be voting for Bush. I hate to say it. Now, that's the icing on the cake with that Tipper Gore. If he divorces her, I'll vote for them. How's that? Give me a break, will you? Give me a commercial break. I got to calm down. I'm really upset now. Between Ed McMahon and Tipper Gore and all these other people, I'm all charged up. We'll be back right after this.
What is that I hear?
What is this?
Snapple.
Snapple, Robin. I love Snapple. I love it. I'm in love with this product.
Well, this one I can believe. You've been drinking this for a long time.
I really have. I know I lie like a bandit. I really do lie. I mean, I lie about some of the products. I have no credibility. But I am telling you, I drink Snapple. I've been drinking it for years. I used to send a guy all the way up to Westchester to get it for me before.
Up to the woods somewhere. I didn't know what this Snapple was because it had to come in a Jeep.
Robin, one of the greatest days of my life was the day I turned you on to Snapple.
That was a very nice thing you did for me.
When I handed you the root beer, I remember it like it was yesterday.
You were like the guy in the supermarket with the taste test.
Oh, Robin. Robin, that was so... Now I'm lying. Now, let me tell you something. That was such a great day. No, but really, I remember I turned you on to it. You were like, hey, what is this? It looks like water.
I'm like, I was afraid to drink it, remember?
Yeah, because it was clear.
This is root beer. Drink it.
Robin has been so programmed, so desensitized by the whole soft drink industry that she actually believed that root beer had to be brown. Until I said to Robin, I can lead a horse to water. I cannot make it drink it.
I said, how did it get white?
That's not
how
what
did
you
it
said.
Get clear?
That's not what you said.
What did I say?
You said, how dare you call me a horse?
Oh, you.
And I said, no. Robin, I'm doing an analogy. I'm not saying you're a horse. I'm saying I can't lead a horse to water.
Why are you saying that about me?
Right, and then you got very insulted. I remember you left the room. It's like 3 days later we
finally got
it together. But really, I love Snapple. What is it, Gary? You obviously have something to say about Snapple.
Well, I have something to say about something else, but you know what? You guys were turned on to Snapple for a long time, and I never drank it. And then I kept hearing you talk about it, and then finally last summer I tried it for the first time.
Right.
And now I drink it all the time. Remember I told you I bought 2 cases about 3 weeks ago? They're gone.
Yep. It's great. Get Snapple. Snappleize your taste buds with Snapple Real Brewed Iced Tea, made from the best stuff on earth. What is it?
Well, it is 10 of 10, but your dream might still come true. There is a girl outside.
Dear. Yeah.
She's with a guy.
Yeah.
Who's one of those guys that hangs out with women, you know.
Oh, good. We'll save her for the end because then we'll get wild.
Right.
We'll get wild.
She's
willing to get topless for you.
Willing to get topless?
Yes.
Ooh.
What is one of those guys who hangs out with women?
You know, no, who hangs out with women that get topless. You know, the kind of guy, he's got to be in here. He's
got to be in here?
Yeah.
Oh, forget it. Is she really good looking?
Send him
She's
away.
cute.
He's got to stand here? All right.
Send him away.
Well, let me think about it.
He's like, you know what? These girls don't even know him. He's just like, I want to get on the Howard Stern show. Come with me.
Oh, I see.
You know,
He paid them?
I don't know what he did. He's like friends with one of their sisters, and one of the girls, there's 2 girls out there. One of them won't come on because he only told her in the elevator what it was all about.
Oh.
He just said, come with me. We're going to go be on the Howard Stern show. And then when they got in the elevator, said, oh, by the way, you might have to take your shirt off.
Oh.
And 2 of the girls are still hanging in there.
One's hanging in, one's out.
I would throw her out of here, but you know what? I'm desperate. Hey, maybe he can get topless for Robin. How's he look?
He's thin.
Okay, good.
Oh, I like him thin?
He looks like he's got a cut body.
Okay. Thank you, Gary. We're still in the news, and then you tell him to hang in there, and then we'll end the show with that.
Well, let's see what the toll was in Washington Heights last night. Police say 14 people were arrested for disorderly conduct last night. They were arrested around 9:30 when demonstrators blocked an intersection. Police say 11 of the protesters were outside agitators from Tompkins Square Park.
Mm-hmm.
So now we've got outside agitators coming into the neighborhood, riling things up.
First of all, you got to understand something. They say outside agitators from Tompkins Square Park. Tompkins Square Park is not a place where people live. Suddenly it's become a place where people... Outside agitators. These people who are in Tompkins Square Park have been agitators in Tompkins Square Park. Now they're acceptable. These are people who live in the park. Families cannot go through the park because of these people. Are they back there? They cleaned them out for a while.
I think the city went in there and cleaned the whole thing out. But I don't know where they went.
I guess they went to Washington Heights, whatever the hell it is. What is it, Washington Heights?
Yeah.
Well, I see pictures of that. I go, you know what? It's like a foreign country.
Well, somebody said that, they described it to me as like Beirut.
Yes.
Over there.
It's nuts. And why is everyone rioting? Because they don't even know why. They're not even sure if the guy was up to something or not.
We don't know if he was a drug dealer. I see in the paper today that the city paid for his funeral.
Really? Why?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well,
Nobody asked me.
Where does this money come from?
We don't have any money.
Yeah, we don't have any money. We have money for funerals. And I'm not saying that the cops were innocent or guilty. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I'll tell you one thing.
But isn't that sort of, maybe they owe that family some money if the cops are responsible. But shouldn't we determine that first?
Yeah, let's find out before we start doling out funeral money.
It's amazing.
Yep.
So anyway, the police officer who has been implicated in the case has agreed to talk to the district attorney. The district attorney is investigating to determine whether he wants to send this case to a grand jury.
Wow.
So he and 3 of his cohorts have agreed to talk.
It's great being a cop, isn't it?
Yes. As soon as you do your job, you have to go meet with somebody.
Yeah, you work in a hellhole where you got to be called in every minute to break up domestic disputes because nobody knows how to live with each other. They're constantly calling you because of drug dealers, but meanwhile, everyone in the community knows who the drug dealers are. They know whose sons they are, but the parents don't do anything. They want the cops to clean up all the mess they made as parents. It's great being a cop, isn't it? You can't pay those guys enough.
I think I'm going to become a cop.
You don't want that. You have to be insane to become a cop.
You said it was a great job.
It's the most confusing job in the world. You got to be a genius. Figure out what the hell is going on in these communities. You're shaking your pants every day.
Here's one little boy who's taken some action. He decided that his parents were rotten, so he's trying to divorce them.
Well, I've read about that case extensively.
Yes, this is in Orlando, Florida. The kid wants to divorce his parents because they won't give permission to allow him to be adopted by his foster family. So he's gone to court.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, this is another case of too many lawyers in this country.
Well, you don't think the kid should be adopted by the foster family?
I didn't say that.
Oh.
Child cannot sue his parents for a divorce.
Well, how is he supposed to get himself adopted?
The typical way that this is done is that a social worker is called in, a yenta, evaluates the family situation, the child is removed, and the court assigns the child to a new family. The family who now is in charge of the child can petition the court to adopt the child.
Not unless the parents give permission.
The court can keep the child away from the biological parents.
Oh, it's not that he has to go back to his biological parents. He wants to be adopted by his new family.
Well,
he doesn't even want to be a part of that old family.
No, well, then he can't. Because otherwise all hell will break loose. Every lawyer now will be representing 7-year-olds. All hell will break loose.
Just because lawyers can't control themselves, this kid should be punished?
Kid's just going to have to deal with it.
Oh, dear.
That is absolutely outrageous.
Well, a judge has given him the right to sue his parents for divorce, so this will continue.
Divorce is between two adults who demand to go their separate ways. This is a whole different thing. The parent has obligation. Then you're going to see cases where they take away allowance money from a kid. Well, that's all right. I'm going to sue you for divorce.
I'll divorce you.
I know one kid. He's working 2 paper routes to pay off his lawyer. It's absolutely insane. You know these lawyers. They won't let a kid off the hook. You think they work for free? I got to take a break here, Robin.
All right.
All right. We're back. Robin, where are we in the news?
Well, I was just about to tell you that there's a report out on how Euro Disney is doing.
How is it doing?
After 7 weeks, they've had 1.5 million visitors.
Yeah, is that good or bad?
Its goal for the first year is 11 million visitors. So in 7 weeks, they had 1.5 million.
So they're on target.
They're on target. They say it's doing very well, even though
the French are out of their mind.
The farmers have protested. The truckers have blocked roads.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fighting this tooth and nail. Can you imagine? I don't know why we bother with them. Why did we give them something so great like Euro Disney?
Spokesman for the company says it's too early to tell exactly how it'll do. People who have invested should look to a 3-year period before determining whether it's a real success or failure.
You can't please those creeps, the French. Can't please them. Can't please them.
Why do we have to wear these uniforms? They're American.
Well, that's sort of the Disney concept. You know, we have a certain look to the area,
but it is so American. We hate it. We hate your Mickey Mouse and all your Americans. We hate you.
Yeah, I can understand why you hate us. Throughout history, we've only protected you. You screwed us with the Nazis, the French bastards.
Well, it goes a lot deeper than that. You know, we've been having this economic summit.
Oh, yeah.
Over there, and it's the French that we have to deal with. You know, those are the ones that give us the trouble. They don't want us. They don't want NATO to be doing anything.
President Bush slathering up that French president's ass. Should go in there and kick his ass.
They've got to check with the French. How do we handle the Yugoslav situation?
Yeah, which I don't even understand what's going on there.
Yeah, just put a police state in there.
Yeah.
Stop those people from fighting.
Yeah, what's the deal over there in Yugoslavia?
Well, you know, this communism was a good thing in one sense.
Yeah, it kept them in line.
These people didn't fight with each other.
No.
Those communists were in power.
Now they're all like trying to, it's almost like the United States, each state fighting with each other. They can't get it together over there.
The moment communism fell, boy, they immediately turned on each other. It's amazing. A school teacher who raped 15 girls in Beijing, some as young as 6, has been sentenced to death. Now, they know how to handle a situation
China?
like this. Yeah.
A bunch of skunks over there, too, those Chinese.
But they know how to handle rapists. Wang Hongshun.
Wang Hongshun.
Raped 15 girls.
You name a
26 years old.
You name a guy Wang, you name him after a penis. What do you think he's going to do when he grows up?
Some of the girls he raped repeatedly over an 11-month period and threatened to kill them if they told their parents or authorities. He was arrested in April. Apparently what he used to tell the girls is, come to my room and I'll help you catch up on missed classes. So that's how he lured the girls into his room. They were between the ages of 6 and 11. All of them were his students.
I say stuff him with the rice before you cook it. Stuff him with it, and then pour water down his gizzard, and let the rice expand slowly. And then lower 15 hungry Chinese orphans into a pit with them and let them eat them up.
And finally this morning...
Now, let me tell you why I hate the Chinese.
Why do you hate the Chinese?
Why are you moving along so fast? Were you in a rush?
Oh, well, it's vacation time.
Okay, I'll just tell you real quick why I hate the Chinese. These Chinamen, they started communism for a variety of reasons, all kind of things. They got prisons over there. They lock up everybody who has a dissenting opinion, and what they do in terms of torture over in Chinese prisons. And I'll tell you something about Bush, boys. He inconsistent or what?
Well, he likes the Chinese.
He likes the Chinese. They take people... I mean, you talk about, Bush is talking about South Africa, this and all that and all this. He's got the right attitude. Wants to teach them a lesson, maybe some economic sanctions. Chinese, we give them open-door policy, trading, carte blanche. And what they do to people over there, how they torture. They put their prisoners on wooden racks. This is if you disagree with the Chinese government. I mean, if you have an opinion that's different.
Yeah, we're not talking a crime.
They put you on a rack and stretch you on a wooden rack. They cut holes in it. You know what they do? They tie the hands of the Chinese